May, you talk to Jupe. We're going to recheck everyone's alibi for these dates. I'll speak to Nathan.
Hello? Am I back? Oh god. Is this working? Like, I'm kind of terrified right now. Oh my god. Can anyone hear me? That's a major, I don't know. We're live! We're live! We're here! I have no idea. I tried to, like, troubleshoot my, my internet, but, like, nothing was coming up. So that definitely isn't it. I have no idea what just happened. I am so sorry. I went back a few lines. Is this where we ended off last time? Or like last time 5 minutes ago. I went back like a little bit. We didn't get to do anything in the span that the thing was closed, so I think we'll be fine. That's good, that's good. I'm just gonna resend it to Mifa, just so she can get back in, since she did promise. Just gonna send it. Just get silly and send it. I am so sorry, everyone. I am so sorry. Okay. 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 So, after that is over, we need to recheck everyone's alibis after talking to Aaron and figuring out that Nathan was a liar, pants on fire.
You talk to Jupiter and tell the twins to take David.
Okay. So, oh, maybe we should talk to the twins first, actually.
May stays with Aaron just in case.
Can do, see you soon. Oh, and Gursky will go see Nathan. Yeah. Alright, so we should talk to the twins, probably.
You look determined. Something happened?
Yes and no, but you're on the case now, officially.
Finally! Why the change?
I'm just like paying attention for a second. Okay, everything's running? That's good, okay. We've hit a little bit of a dead end. Well, we found out Dr. Johansson caught someone stealing information. Whoever did this used Nathan's card to log into the computer each time.
But when confronted about it, Nathan denied it and possibly pointed the finger at someone else?
Wow, it's almost like you're psychic.
Now that's just crazy talk.
Aki.
So, what's the job?
Talk to David, see if he's the one. Aaron says that Nathan and David swap ID cards all the time.
Convenient. Well, it shouldn't take long for us to figure out what's up. Where is he?
I'm so glad to have you back, Aki. It was scary for a moment there. The library.
Good.
Aki's eyes close for a split second and she nods lightly.
Let's get going then.
The two of us move across the campus at a brisk pace, stopping outside the student lounge where Naoki waits for us.
We have work?
We have work! Yay! He looks pleased.
Yep. Interrogation.
Yep.
Who?
David. Still trying to figure out the approach.
What are we looking for?
We found evidence that someone's been stealing information and selling it off to Edgewater's rival school, Western State.
Why don't we try a home invasion?
What?
Am I lifting?
What?
That's usually easier. Unless Khan wants to try?
What do you mean a home invasion? I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I have to go talk to Jupiter.
Fair enough, but we'll teach you how to lift a wallet someday.
Oh! You mean steal?
Shouldn't you be interviewing Jupiter right now?
Shouldn't you be interviewing David right now?
Well, I would be if you weren't keeping me here talking to you.
Oh, shut up. I wave Aki up with an exaggerated sigh. I'm going. I'll meet you guys outside the library, okay?
See you there.
Okay. I wave my card on the reader outside the lab and the door opens with a soft electronic beep. Jupiter must be in if the front door is still open to me. I rap on the door frame as I enter the lab. Hey, do you have a moment?
I do, but please make it brief. I have a lecture soon.
Have you ever used Nathan's ID card to log in? Oh, hello again. Hello. So we're just going to talk to Jupiter. Yes, as you can see.
You mean that childish game they play, swapping cards with each other? No, I do not partake in it.
But you know about it.
They think they can, how is it said, defeat the system. I know they do not always arrive on time, but it is wiser to let them believe they are winning. Otherwise, they may devise a trick even harder to keep track of.
Fair enough. And I don't suppose you come here to work late.
Of course I work late, you know that.
How late?
Maybe 10 or 11. Why do you want to know?
Someone's been locking in every other week, late, like after midnight late.
Yes, Nathan. I brought that to Dr. Johansen's attention. Is that what this is about?
I'm not sure, but we think whoever was logging in with Nathan's card was selling off information, maybe to Western?
I find that difficult to believe. But I cannot say it is an impossibility. I will search the records more thoroughly later, but for now I must leave, or else I will be late for my lecture.
Right, I get it. I'm leaving now. I leave the lab before Jupiter can politely kick me out. Well, that wasn't as fruitful as I had hoped, but I'm pretty sure Jupiter was telling the truth. I think so too. I don't think Jupiter did a murder. I'm very not suspicious of her. I don't know about everyone else, but I don't think it was Jupiter. Hopefully Aki and Naoki had better luck. I arrive at our meeting point, but I don't see either of the twins.
Yokon.
Did we keep you waiting long?
Aki and Naoki approach from the library. They look excited. Not really. I'm afraid I didn't learn very much though. Still no idea who was using the card.
Oh, no worries there. It was David.
What? What? How'd you get him to confess?
We're very convincing.
Aki smiles proudly. Uh-huh. So he was the one selling information off to Western.
Yeah, not so much. He was the one logging in with Nathan's ID, but...
This is getting so confusing.
He was selling test answers to students.
Oh my god! That makes sense.
Johansen did talk to him about it, but he gave him a second chance.
So that wasn't... Wait, no, but then that means that wasn't it. That... What?
Seeing how far the test scores have fallen since their talk, I'm inclined to give David the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Except now we don't have a motive anymore. I groan and rub my forehead. I can definitely feel a headache coming on. Maybe we're coming at this the wrong way.
How so?
Well, we've been trying to find a motive and tag it to a person. Maybe we'll try finding someone with the opportunity, then we can work out the motive. For instance, Nathan and David were together in the lab, so they alibi out. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Actually...
They weren't?
David confessed that he didn't go to the lab yesterday morning.
So neither of the- oh god, that's awful.
He said it was Nathan's turn to wake up early, so he slept in. He didn't see Nathan until almost 11 o'clock.
So they're both not in the clear anymore. Oh my god. Can we believe him? Aaron said he was asleep for most of the morning, so he can't confirm it.
You're right, but that means both David and Nathan aren't in the clear anymore.
Yep. The same could be said of Jupiter. If none of them saw anyone else yesterday, login times hardly mean anything. Add that to the fact that Aaron saw Chance on campus earlier today.
In other words, we're back at the beginning.
Aki sighs and shakes her head. This is so frustrating. I don't know! I'm so confused now. I don't know anymore.
Fine, divide and conquer. We're talking to everyone again.
Again? Okay.
David just left to teach class, and Nathan's still out too.
Jupiter says she's got a lecture to teach. Aki closes her eyes and lets out a quiet breath.
Well, I just told Lee May to talk to Aaron.
Okay.
That leaves Sean and Chance. Which one do you want?
Neither! Sean, yeah, okay, Sean. Maybe if I'm lucky, he'll give me a free pen or something.
Alright, we'll talk to Chance.
Thank God.
Meet you back at the fountain afterwards?
Sure. The twins accompany me to the student lounge and we part ways. Sean is reclining in one of the chairs, absentmindedly scrolling through something or other on his phone. Hey.
Yo, you look like you've got an important mission.
Kind of. I just have a few more questions about yesterday.
More? What else is there?
Just double checking a few things, no big deal.
Well, feel free to ask away.
You've never used Nathan's RD card to log in anywhere, have you?
What? Why would I do that?
It was just a question.
Well, it's kind of a weird question.
That's fair. The door to the student union opens and Lee May enters. She looks serious. Her eyes light up as soon as she sees me.
We found something.
Ooh, what is it? You mean you and Aaron? Lee May nods and hands me one of the photos that Aaron snapped yesterday. The bike! It's the bike! It's gotta be it! Oh. Aaron's not a bad photographer. That's actually a really cute picture, but it's the bike, isn't it? It's gotta be the bike. That's the only thing that stands out. Wait, this was taken yesterday? I don't remember seeing that bike. Someone must have been in the tower when Aaron took this.
Oh, is that one of Aaron's photos? He's a little overzealous sometimes. I can ask him to tone it down if you
Oh,
want.
fucking bike! Yeah, it's the bike! Actually, it's the bike. I pointed the bike in the background. But is there any way of telling who uses the campus bikes?
Not really, man. I mean, it's not like we tag him or anything.
That's true.
Sorry. Wish I could be more help.
Lee May frowns and takes a step towards him.
No.
He's lying?
Huh?
Is there anything you're not telling us? Sean laughs nervously.
It's nothing important. Just,
What is it? If it's not important, you shouldn't have any problem telling us, right?
well, that bike's from one of our older fleets.
Oh, gee. And?
When the first fleet started getting worn out, the school sold them off to students. That was maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Wait. The only one who's been here for that long is Nathan. It has to be Nathan. There's no way it isn't.
My family donated a new set, but they're a different color.
Like... Yeah, don't mess with Lil May. Lil May. Wait, if that's the case, my mind is churning. There's only one person who could have been at the bell tower during the time Dr. Johansson was killed. It has to be Nathan. He has been here for 7 years. It has to be him. Lee May and Sean stare at me expectantly.
You have it.
Yes!
What's up, man?
I got it! I know who the killer is!
What killer?
Dr. Johansson's!
Hang on. You're telling me someone murdered him?
Yes, sorry, we weren't allowed to tell you. Someone definitely murdered him, and Aaron managed to capture the killer's spike in this photo.
You sure of that?
Nathan! Nathan did it! It's gotta be Nathan. He's the only one who's been at the school for this long. We've been talking about this the entire game. It's gotta be Nathan. Unless someone also stole Nathan's bike. But I'm banking on Nathan. I'm gonna go with Nathan. Yeah, like, we weren't really allowed to tell people. Nathan did it. I think it's Nathan. Like, I'm banking on Nathan.
Nathan? Do you have any proof?
Yes, that's his bike in the photo.
But how can you tell?
You said that those bikes were sold off to students 5 years ago. You and Nathan were the only students here at that time.
There are plenty of grad students who were here 5 years ago.
But none on this campus. The main campus maybe, but not here. If you wanted a bike, you just buy a new one. Yeah, true. There's no reason that Sean would be the owner of this bike. So, you hate being associated with your family, so there's no way you'd use their famous bikes. Yeah. Sean's eye twitches, but he doesn't reply. Nathan claimed he was in the lab all morning, but he doesn't have a real alibi. Jupiter says she didn't see him until later, and David was sleeping in his room. Nathan could have logged in at 10, left to meet Dr. Johansson, and snuck back in later without anyone knowing. And David would have to lie to back up his alibi if he wanted one too. That makes sense.
Are you sure? I mean, he seems like a pretty great guy.
That doesn't really prove anything. Yeah, like, I feel like we're not getting the whole story. Even if Nathan is guilty, I still have so many questions. Like, yes, I'm certain. Sean sighs and runs his fingers through his hair.
Well, I think he just got done teaching a class, so he's probably in the sleep lab.
Oh, great, we have to go back there? The sleep lab?
Yeah, he lives off campus, so he usually crashes there for a while before his next class.
Are you sure?
Well, definitely. He wouldn't be anywhere else.
Thanks, you've been a big help. I turned to leave, but Sean grabs my... Also, I just remembered this is the ending I got when I played the game, and just remembered what's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna keep going. I intend to leave, but Sean grabs my shoulder.
Hang on.
What's up?
Well, if he's really the murderer, don't you think it's kind of a bad idea for you two to confront him?
Sean looks surprisingly uncomposed. Is he nervous? I think we can handle it.
But why take the risk? Maybe you should go get that cop to help you out.
You're being really suspicious right now, Sean. Like, it sounds like you want us to not go to the sleep lab for some reason.
He doesn't know you're after him. There's no hurry.
I don't know. Li Mei and I exchange glances. She shrugs. I glance out the window and sigh. He does have a point. I guess playing it safe is a good idea, but why is he suddenly so nervous? I don't know. As we leave the university center, I notice Sean fidgeting with his phone. Strange. If he's calling Chance to do some bullshit right now, I'm gonna be so angry. Li Mei and I jog down the stone pathway to the bell tower. Detective Gursky notices me immediately.
Something wrong?
It's like you know.
I assume you didn't take up jogging for your health.
That's fair.
So what's up?
Went through some of Aaron's photos and found something. It's Nathan. Turns out David was covering for him, but his alibi's shot now. Sean says he's always at the lab this time of day.
Good work. Let's bring him in.
Okay. We take off across the campus, and Li Mei quickly pulls ahead of us. As she approaches the lab, her steps slow, and I notice a worried look in her eyes. I feel a strange twisting in my stomach. Something doesn't feel right.
He's in there?
Upstairs, yeah. I swipe my card at the door and it unlocks without resistance. As I open the door, and the uneasy feeling starts to solidify. Jupiter's still out, so shouldn't the door be locked?
Something wrong?
I don't feel good about this at all. We make our way up to the staircase carefully, listening for any signs of movement. Nothing.
Are you sure he's here?
Sean was pretty certain. Li Mei freezes and totters on the step for a moment. Suddenly my stomach begins to churn and my heart starts racing. My knees buckle, but I grab for the railing and pull myself up. No. I drag myself up the steps and throw the door open. Ow! He does not look like he just died. He looks like he's been dead for like hours. Yeah, I was like, oh god. Like, when Sean got nervous, I was like, oh no, this is the one where Nathan dies, right? He does not look like he looks like he died a while ago. Unless he was like poisoned and it caused his skin to turn that color. But otherwise he looks like he's been dead for like a while. Nathan lies strewn across the couch, his lifeless eyes gazing at the blank wall from across him. His skin has turned a strange hue of blue and his eyes look bloodshot. Detective Gursky squats beside the body and places his fingers on Nathan's neck.
Dead. Very recently.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so it's probably poison. Like just considering the state of the body. He frowns.
There's a puncture wound on his neck. Someone poisoned him.
Oh shit, dude. I reach out tentatively, but Gursky grabs my
What are you
hand.
doing?
Oh, he frowns and cuffs.
I'm going to search the building to see if anyone is here. If you get any fingerprints on the body, I will not save you.
He sighs, stands, and turns around. Did he just... No time to dwell on that. Oh, wait a minute. Gursky knows. Gursky's gotta, like, figure out that we do something when we touch bodies. When he was like, don't get any fingerprints on him, he means, like, touch him with the back of your hand. I think that's why. Oh yeah, I think it's Chance. I think this is Chance. I'm not sure, but I think that, okay. I touch the body with the back of my hand, and Nathan's final memory floods into me. My heart is pounding, but it hurts. My chest feels tight, and I can't breathe. I'm sweating. Everything is so cold. My vision is starting to blur, but I can make out a slender figure standing over. I stare at the person's face, and her features slowly come into focus. Oh god! Oh no, Chance! God damn it! She approaches me and kneels next to the couch. Chance leans over me and whispers gently in my ear.
Sorry, Nathan. You didn't make the cut. At least you'll be good for passing along a message.
She knows about us! She knows about- oh no.
I know you're listening, Tiger. It was fun, but you'll have to be faster next time.
Fuck it. She giggles.
We'll see you there.
I gasp and open my eyes. Fuck! Whoa! Oh no. No.
What's wrong?
It was Chance! She killed him! Gursky nods, not bothering to question how I know this.
But how did she know we were on to Nathan?
The only other person who knew was Sean told her. I'm so mad right now. Fuck you, Sean! I'm gonna kill you next time! My thought is cut off short by my phone vibrating. I snatch it up and look at my screen. Look at the screen. It's a message from Aki. We just saw Chance and Sean drive off in a hurry. What's going on? You're kidding! No! No! I shoved the phone in my back pocket with a sigh.
What's going on?
Aki says Sean and Chance just left campus.
Then they are working together.
God damn it! I'm so stressed. I hate this. He sighs and rubs the side of his head.
We can't catch up to them now.
He scans the body again and pauses when he sees Nathan's clenched fist.
Hang on.
He pulls a pen from his pocket and pokes Nathan's hand. Nathan's fist uncurls to reveal a crumpled card covered with brightly colored paint. The card falls from Nathan's hand and rolls along the ground, coming to a rest at Lee May's feet. She kneels beside it and picks it up. I glance at Detective Gursky, but he doesn't seem concerned by her touching it.
It's a flyer.
To what?
She holds it up.
Yamasaki Ryokan.
Oh! This is... Oh, I forgot about this. This is where the location in next game. That's why.
That resort up north? Isn't that...
Yes, that's where we solved our first case. Where he did, I guess. Kangai did.
Do you think someone's leaving a message for you?
Fuck. Oh, God. I'm so stressed. It's more than that. It's an invitation. I sigh. And I'm going to accept it. Oh my god! That was the first ending! This one is very appropriately called The Killer Lost End. Oh my god. I'm very stressed right now. But, I forgot about this. But Shinsei, as according to, whatchamacallit, like the production pictures that they've been posting and stuff, it seems like it's gonna take place at that Yamasaki Ryokan place. Yeah, like this was, like, I feel like the endings are a lot more, fleshed out. Okay. Okay, so, I think we should just, start from the beginning again, and then we're gonna bulldoze the second ending. I'm very, like, I'm having a lot of feelings right now. All of the hype is coming back to me. I played this game many years ago. No! We're getting all the other endings and then the true ending. This is the Killer Lost ending, is what it's called. Very appropriately, since the killer is killed. So that means that probably one of the other endings we managed to hopefully keep Nathan alive, at least. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let's just start and do... Is this skip? I think it's skip. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, we're gonna do glasses or not glasses this time around? What do you want to do? We can pick again. I don't really care either way. I just thought it would be kind of funny. Do we want to wear glasses or not? Okay, let's go without. Okay. No glasses for me, thank you.
Suit yourself. So, are you ready to go?
Yeah, we are ready to go. Let's go. And here we're talking blah blah blah. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. Is it like your hobby or something? Is photography your hobby? Is it like your Oh, he actually looks really nice without glasses too. His eyes are so ooh-woo now that the glasses aren't there. Is it like your hobby or something? Okay.
Sort of.
Okay. We all know this. And then we go, and now we're being apprehended again. Last time we said lab sounds like fun, so this time let's just get your hands off of me. I pull away from the guy holding me, David or something. You have no right to treat me this way. The young woman glares at me.
And you had no right to break in here and steal our research.
I didn't do anything!
I'm amazed that you actually came back.
Oh my god. I size up the 3 people in front of me. I'm pretty sure I could outrun all of them, but it's a long sprint to the door. If anyone else shows up to stop me, I'm done for. I sigh and hold up my hands. Fine. Lead me to wherever this lab is and we'll talk. Just don't touch me, okay?
David, Nathan, take him in.
David escorts me down the hallway with the other 2 following close behind. War Star's Nathan, I guess, brandishes his light sword at me as if it's a useful weapon. Okay. So... Okay, now we're gonna get interrogated. Okay.
I don't know, man. He doesn't look smart enough to be Western.
Do you always make it a practice to insult and ignore people simultaneously? The door swings open, cutting off any response that David might offer me. Okay. Okay, so... can't exactly tell her that I stole it from Mr. Otten's house after his death, can I? This is where she inquires as to why we know what is on the surveillance footage. It's like, you've seen this video before, where did you see it? So we're just gonna keep going with the same one. I was just surprised to see that this guy looks like me, that's all. So we know all that. Okay, and here we take, this is, I don't really like it, but, we're gonna go along with Chance's lie. And say yes, that we were at the coffee shop with Chance. Yeah, I was at the coffee shop.
That's not possible. Our cameras caught you.
Well, your cameras are wrong. I know what I saw.
Chance stomps her foot on the ground as if to prove a point. Jupiter doesn't seem impressed.
There's no need for your theatrics, Bertha.
I love that Jupiter calls her Bertha! That's so... Oh, these two, oh shit. Oh, sorry. Chance flinches at the mention of her birth name. Look like these two don't get along very well. I'm not sure I want to know the history.
Officer, you can't trust the testimony of a witness who is clearly biased towards the accused.
That's fair. Whoa. I don't know if she's biased towards me, but it's weird that she go out of her way to help me out of this situation. Gursky looks at me with a critical eye. I turn my head to avoid his gaze.
Show me the video you mentioned earlier.
Of course. Follow me.
Gursky points at me.
You come with us.
Okay, and now we look at the video. Okay.
I suppose, but it's still a flimsy alibi. Combined with an eyewitness account of you somewhere else, though.
Okay, so it feels like Jupiter might trust us a little more this time around. You know? She bites her lip. This is where she finds out that the dude was actually taller than us, so it probably couldn't have been us.
Something feels wrong here, but I won't deny the evidence.
Bertha! Yeah.
Maybe you could call it reasonable doubt?
Thank you, Naoki.
I mean, it's enough of a difference to think it might be someone else, right?
Okay, and I think this is where Naoki gets suspicious. Yeah. Let's just, I just wanted to know that I'm not the guy in the video. So now Naoki has left, and he's currently in the process of seeing the body. I just wanted to know that I'm not the guy in the video, okay. And we know all of this, and he passes out, and we talk to Lee May, and blah blah blah. Okay. So now we've been through the death. I don't feel like that's such a it's a very long segment, so I don't feel like we need to redo all of that. There's a possibility we could finish the game today. I'm just depending on how much new content there is each time around. So here we are inquiring as to some stuff about Dr. Johansson, and we're still not gonna tell her that he's dead. We're just gonna, oh well, like where he is. And she's just gonna, and we're just gonna be like, oh well, I just heard he was supposed to arrive today and he didn't. And we all know what happens here, and then we meet Sean. Okay.
Yikes, dude. If I had been there, I would have cleared everything up as quickly as I could.
So this is where Chance is like, oh my god, they were accusing my good friend Khan guy over here of stealing stuff, but he's totally innocent. And Sean is like, wow, you're so good, Chance. I'm so proud of you. Yay.
That's okay. I told them he didn't do it.
Thank you, Chance. She giggles, rests her elbows on the table, and props her head up in her hands. She and Sean both look at me expectantly. Yeah, thanks. The feeling that I owe her something feels like a weight in my stomach. Limei gives my shirt a gentle tug. I glance at her from the corner of my eye. It's clear she wants to go. If it's not too much trouble, we're gonna eat now. It's been a long day for both of us, so this is where Aki sends us to eat. After we've discovered the body and all of that.
Oh, of course. We were just on our way out anyway.
Sean smiles and gives us both an overly enthusiastic wave. He drapes his arm over Chance's shoulder, and the two of them leave the cafeteria. Okay, as soon as the door shuts, Ling-Mei turns to me. She looks worried. What's wrong?
That girl was there before.
Yeah, before.
At the coffee shop. She was there.
Oh, yeah. Kind of a weird coincidence. Yeah, we all know about this. And here's where we talk to the boys. And this is, as you might remember, we had quote-unquote an argument with Aki, and now we're gonna talk to her so let's just say sure, I'll wait here. We talked to Naoki last time when we went to the room, but we already did that, so we're just gonna wait here. Sure, I'll wait here. Aki takes Limei's hand and leads her to the room. I throw myself on the couch and groan. My body aches and my head is pounding. I haven't felt this bad since that day. That day again. Why do I keep thinking about it? He was mentioning something about something that happened to a brother of his. I'm assuming that it was something that happened at that orphanage where he used to live, but I'm not really sure what happened. Why did I even come back to Edgewater? Was it guilt? Or maybe it's the death of his sister. I don't know. One of them. I close my eyes and exhale slowly, but my muscles are still tense. I carefully review the events of the day, trying to place them all in order. My emotions won't stop churning inside of me. Or maybe that's dinner.
You okay?
I open my eyes slowly to Aki sitting next to me. I've been better. Where's Limei?
Sleeping finally. It took a while to calm her down.
That's good. Calm her?
When people around her experience extreme emotions, it starts to overwhelm her. If it gets to be too much, she starts reverting.
Oh. Reverting?
Forgetting herself.
Oh. Wait, was that what happened last game? Maybe?
But when I project thoughts, I do it selectively. When I touch her, I clear away everyone else's emotions and project only her own.
That's sweet. But when you do it, doesn't that mean you feel everything she feels?
It hardly matters.
She scratches her cheek and glances away from me. So you wanted to talk?
Yeah. About what happened earlier?
I'm sorry.
As am I. I've been expecting you to know everything about us, but I haven't been completely open with you.
This conversation is new. She wasn't as willing to give us information before, but I feel like she's giving us a lot more this time around. She takes a deep breath and releases it slowly. What happened last which one was the blood reaction? Oh, when she killed Kevin. Oh. Oh, wait. Do you think... Okay, this is... I'm sorry. When you said that, something just clicked in my head. What if... This is just a fear. What if... When Kevin... caused her to bleed... His... killing intent... Like, something like... She thought... that his intention to kill her... was like her own feelings. Does that make sense? Like, so his intense emotions of wanting to hurt her and being stressed and panicked and shit, like, Limei thought that was her, so she killed him. Do you think that that was what happened? Like, the blood reaction causes her to, like, completely forget herself? That's really interesting. Like that she goes, like, oh god, that's intense. She takes a deep breath and releases it slowly.
So, it's open season. Ask what you want, and I'll answer you honestly.
Oh, yay. A hint of a smirk plays on her lips.
Within reason.
Fair. Okay, why don't you like Naoki looking at crime scenes? You said I didn't understand. She nods once.
Con, what's the worst moment of your life? Do you remember it?
Of course I do. I lost the person I care about the most.
How clearly do you remember it?
I still remember everything that happened, but I guess it doesn't hurt like it used to. It's been a while.
Naoki's Kansei is a double-edged sword.
Yeah. we all
It's
know.
not just that he has a perfect memory. It's more like he stores up all of his experiences. If he reads a book, he doesn't just memorize the words. He actually memorizes what it feels like to read the book. That includes the temperature of the room he was in or how he felt when he read it.
This is interesting because when we talked to Naoki before, he told us all this. But now that we're talking to Aki, she tells us instead. Because we didn't go see Naoki. I think this is really clever because it's not unrealistic that she'd repeat something similar to him. Also because they know each other so well and stuff. So I like how they do this. So we get this information no matter what we do. So what happened today?
It's not just the imagery. He'll actually remember what it's like to be in that moment, as if he never left.
Awful.
Most people heal with time. But with him,
She lowers her head and buries her face in her hands.
I can't let that happen anymore.
Anymore? For a moment, Aki's body tenses up. She finally relaxes with a rueful chuckle.
I did promise open season.
She sits and claps her hands in her lap.
Our mother died during childbirth. All the doctors ever said was that there were complications.
Huh.
It hit our father pretty hard. At first he tried to be a good dad and raise us alone, but I guess the stress got to him. He started drinking, and then...
She stares at her hands.
Well, I guess somewhere in his heart he blamed us for her death. On bad days, he'd hurt Naoki.
I still hate hearing this. It hurts.
After a while, all of his days were bad days.
Oh my god.
That's when I first noticed Naoki's Kansei. He'd wake up in the middle of the night screaming in pain.
Oh god, this is like way more graphic. I don't like this. I'm going back. I don't know.
He remembered every detail, every strike, as if it was still happening.
Oh god.
I don't know when my Kansei appeared, but as soon as I figured out what I could do, I started trying to control it.
This sounds awful.
You can master your Kansei if you work at it. I couldn't force him to stop, but I learned how to redirect his anger.
Redirected to who? Aki says nothing, but she instinctively clutches her arms against her chest. I'm sorry.
Eventually, one of our teachers noticed and called Child Protective Services. I thought that was our escape, but they wouldn't let us stay together, so...
You know what's interesting? Is that here Aki says that someone from CPS caught on. But when we talked to Naoki before, he said he specifically went to the teacher to beg for help. So that means that Naoki hasn't told her this. Damn. Her gaze turns to the room where Naoki lies. So you ran away.
Yes.
She glances at me out of the corner of her eye.
I don't suppose I have to tell you what it was like.
I guess not, but when I ran away I was alone. I didn't have to look out for anyone else. That is true.
By that same respect, you had no one to look out for you either.
Yeah. I didn't mind being alone.
I'll pretend I believe that.
Huh, thanks. Aki leans back against the couch and stares at the ceiling.
Anything else on your mind?
What happened to me? I mean, I think I wasn't Dr. Johansson's body, like, I don't know, possessing it? Yeah, like, they have had such a hard life story. Like, every time I hear it, I wince a little bit, because it's so awful. Like, especially because, I mean, to an extent, I also kind of feel bad for their father. Like, I mean, for everything that happened. You know, everyone... Her mother had to, their mother had to die, and it's just awful.
Have you ever had a blood reaction before?
I don't understand the, because in some cases they do, like, specifically want to, like, separate siblings, and I do not understand why CPS would do that. I've seen it happen, like, I've heard of it, not seen it, but I've heard of it happening before, that children get separated, and I have no idea why they would do something like that. Like, unless there was a specific reason, like, for instance, if someone was abusing their sibling, and of course you separate them, like, yeah, but why would you separate them for no reason? I don't know.
Kansei is made more powerful through physical contact. blood contact amplifies that.
Yeah, exactly. There's no good reason. There's no good reason. Yeah, Lee May mentioned that, but I'm not sure what she meant.
When you relive someone's dying moment, you're basically already inside their head.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that a blood reaction would put you inside their body entirely.
I shudder. Well, I hate it.
Yeah, blood reactions tend to be fairly overwhelming.
Con guy probably. Thanks, I hate it.
Honestly, I'm surprised you've never had one before.
Well, I can't say my experience with my Kansei has been very thorough. I do my best to avoid anything dead if I can help it.
Well, you've done a really poor job of that this past week.
You don't say. 3 dead bodies so far. Yeah, I've noticed. Aki frowns and stares at the ceiling.
You might not want to hear this.
Open season, right? She looks at me sadly.
Whatever's going on, it's about you.
Yeah, I think we're pretty sure about that. I was afraid of that.
Miko hasn't told us anything about you, but I know he knows more than you've shared. And the fact that he's here proves this is a special case.
What do you mean?
We're not supposed to notice, but he's not really a proper member of the police force here.
This is new info on Kursk! I am listening.
He was assigned to catch us, and all he ever really does now is make sure we don't get in trouble.
She grins.
Or cause any. He's a detective, but he doesn't have a partner? A detective shouldn't have even come in response to Jupiter's call today.
Yeah, that's true. I did not think about that. Yeah, why would he come to some random accusation of theft? Like that should just be like yeah, I get it. So he came because it was about me. I don't think he was expecting to see me though.
Well, if he didn't come for you, he came because there's something important here he has to watch over.
Now I'm intrigued. And we came here to investigate Autumn, who also died shortly after I returned.
So whatever is here really is connected to you.
I don't like the sound of this. I groan. Why? I don't even know any of these people.
Then the question is, how do they know you?
I bury my head in my hands. I don't think I want to know.
I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, I know. Aki places her hand against mine, and I feel as if I've just taken in a breath of fresh air. My shoulders feel lighter, and the leftover sickness from today dissolves. What are you doing?
Filtering your thoughts? It works for the others. I assume it's working for you too?
I smile at her. Yeah, it is. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Interesting here that she just, like, we actually trust her to let us do. Like, we're a lot closer with Aki and Naoki in this run through, I feel like. Aki wraps her fingers around mine and lowers my hand.
Good.
The two of us sit in silence for a few minutes, and I soak in the feeling of having only my own thoughts to contend with. Aki's voice gently breaks the silence.
Tomorrow's going to be rough. You should get some sleep.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. I let my hand slip from hers, expecting the weight of the day to flood back into my mind. Instead, the feelings creep sluggishly into the edges of my mind, but with a stubborn thought, I push them aside. Aki beams at me.
You'll be able to hold on to yourself longer each time.
That sounds ideal.
See you in the morning.
Aki waves cheerfully, but her eyes look weary. I don't know. I'm bad at reading. Naoki and Aaron are sound asleep by the time I enter the room. I close the door gently behind me and crawl into my sleeping bag. For the first time in 3 years, I sleep without nightmares. He didn't have a dream! Last time he had a dream. At night. But now because of Aki, he didn't. It's interesting. Morning comes with a piercing phone ring. I grit my teeth and silently curse whoever invented the cell phone before answering. What?
Good morning to you too, Mr. Alexander.
Shut up! Gursky sounds amused. You know I hate that name.
Just be glad I haven't told Aki about you. She'd have a field day.
She would. Your generosity is overwhelming. I assume there's a reason for this call other than your desire to start today with the melodious sound of my voice.
Excellent deduction, kid. You'll be a brilliant detective yet.
Huh?
Johansson's death is public news now. We haven't released the details or the fact that we suspect it was murder. Everyone thinks it was an accident at the bell tower.
Uh-huh. And?
And we need you to do what you're good at. Find the killer before this blows up. Talk to everyone around him and figure out who did it.
All while hiding the fact that this was a murder in the first place.
Yes. You can handle that, right?
I know the drill. What about the others?
You're a team, aren't you? If you need any help, you can text them or me.
He pauses for a moment.
Try not to make any calls if you can. You never know who might be listening.
I glance up and see Aaron hunched over his desk, staring blankly in my direction. Good point.
Also, try not to get killed. That would be a problem.
Aye, sir. I feel like this is foreshadowing, but it hasn't happened yet. That's dire. Is there something you know that I don't? This is what Aki was talking about, isn't it?
Probably. Now go to work.
Okay, bye. I roll my eyes. You want fries with that? Gersk snorts.
Yes, but make the soda a diet. I'm watching my weight.
He hangs up before I can come up with a retort. I pocket my phone and sigh.
Who was that?
It was my man Gersk. I'll see you. Okay. So I think at this point, he's you look busy. Oh no, mind. He's doodling the spirals. He snorts derisively.
Super busy. These spirals won't draw themselves.
I feel like he should be in a certain Junji Ito manga, but that's just me. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. So now we send him to sleep. So that's about it. Let's talk to Ling Mei. Hey, Ling Mei, you okay?
Okay.
Right. Stupid question. Sorry. Ling Mei smiles and shakes her head.
Not stupid. There are not many here, so it is quiet.
Is that why you're here? There are fewer people? Ling Mei shakes her head.
Aki instructed me to protect Aaron.
We all know about this, is that she's stronger than she looks. Okay, so none of these are new. We know something about Shoals, that's fine. So why do you sleep in the closet? It's because she wants to stay safe. Do you have any idea who the killer is? No, she does not. What do you think of Nathan and David? She doesn't know. Goodbye.
Okay.
I'll see you, girl. Bye-bye. Let's go. I think we should talk to Gersk. We might as well.
And that's as far as you go.
Let me... I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so...
Now would be a good time to tell me if you know anything.
Oh, right. Okay, so, it was... no, we didn't take anything. I promise. It's just a hunch. But, like, the worst thing is that right now, I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen or anything, but right now our goal is to make Gursky trust us as little as possible, and that's why we're telling him all of these stupid lies. It's just a hunch. That thing, you look like you're lying, Kaka. You're not a good liar.
You sure have a lot of these hunches.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure it's not related to that thing I saw you slip in your pocket at Mr. Otten's place?
Sweats! You noticed.
I'm good at noticing.
Why didn't you say anything about it?
Actually, I think I just did. So what was it?
An SD card. Mostly a bunch of documents and formulas that we couldn't decipher.
Documents you'll be handing over to the proper authorities, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was definitely going to get around to doing that. Sweats more.
What else?
He also had the video from today.
The one of you breaking into the lab?
I coughed pointedly.
Right, the one of someone who looks like you breaking into the lab.
Yeah, that one. I don't know how he got it, though. Didn't Jupiter say that hardly anyone has clearance to the security footage? My only theory is that Johansson sent it directly to Autumn. That's the only way I can see him having it.
No doubt Dr. Johansson had that level of clearance.
Yeah. If Dr. Johansson is the one who sent the video to Mr. Autumn, then that confirms the video is linked to their old research.
But that doesn't explain how it's linked, or who that person is.
We know all this. Okay, so was that really Dr. Johansson in the bell tower? And they confirmed that. Yeah, okay. Let's see ya. Okay, let's talk to Aki. Let's just take it from here. And talk to
Morning, Cont. How are you?
Feeling a lot better after last night, thanks.
Glad to hear it. We're going to have to tread carefully today. Now that everyone knows Johansson's dead, the killer is probably going to be on edge.
Yeah, okay.
Be careful, okay?
I will. Okay, so do you think Aaron's in danger? We know all this. Any ideas who the killer is? Not really? Okay, that's all for now. This is at the point where we don't really know anything. I think we should, so we've been to the student housing, we've been to the bell tower, and here in the courtyard, so let's just go see David and Nathan.
Con guy, perfect timing. We need a tiebreaker.
This is for the zombie apocalypse stuff. You can see this in the first video. And and Kanga is just like, if we were having a zombie invasion, you would probably be killed by other humans. And they're like, dude, you're such a buzzkill. Okay, so let's talk to Dave.
Con guy, good to see we haven't scared you away yet.
I don't know, man. So how long have you been a student here? So he's been a student here for...
Maybe 3 years?
Makes sense. Okay.
Later.
And...
Hey, just wanted to say sorry about yesterday.
Okay, so did Dr. Johansson have any quarrels with anyone recently? And this is where he mentions the quarrel he had with Jupiter, I think. How long have you been a student? That was 7 years, I think. And let's get back to the students. Okay. See ya! Is there anything exciting? A bunch of worn school books look like Nathan's. Technology and applied science. Books on math and science. Language books. Books on social sciences. No doubt Schultz ignores half of the content in the law books here. Philosophy and psychology. Huh, criminal psychology. Wish I had that one back in the day. A collection of computer and science books. I have no idea what any of this is. A series of books about arts and recreation. Fun. Technology and applied science. There's a book here about raising cows. Huh. Most uninspired. I don't know. That was just some fluff text I hadn't gotten before. I forgot that there was anything interesting there. Okay, so now we've been to the library, so let's go see... Do you want to... Let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with. Not you, but you. Okay, now okay. Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm coping.
That doesn't sound too positive. You sure you shouldn't still be back at the room resting?
If I stay locked up thinking about it, it'll just get worse. It may not be my cont, but I can still feel Aaron's emotions when I'm near. I have to be here, around people with more positive emotions.
That's fair.
Having bright memories will help balance the darker ones.
We all know about this. Okay, tell me about your father. I'm real sorry. This is new, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
So am I.
You can't blame yourself for what happened.
No, every time I look back on it, I keep thinking that I was such a coward. I just wanted to pretend that it wasn't happening. I guess I thought that if I wished hard enough, it would just change.
Do you ever think about him?
It's impossible not to. I remember everything.
Right, sorry.
What is. You can't change the past.
Naki pauses and I see a faint flicker of recall on his face. He takes a slow breath and forces a smile.
What about your father? Did you know him?
Oh! This is where maybe we can hear some more about his dad. We know he was a police officer. My biological one, not really. I was dumped at a hospital like a cliche in a basket. Yeah, because he grew up at an orphanage, so I wonder. Complete with the world's worst take care of him note. But my dad was great. He used to joke that he and mom were trying to raise their own personal army of children. So the dad that he mentioned being a police officer must have been like the co-owner of the orphanage, I guess.
You had a lot of siblings?
This is new. 2 sisters and a brother. I think the plan was for more, but we wound up being a real handful. I don't think a day went by that John and I didn't get into some sort of pointless fight. Okay, so John is his brother, and then there's his detective sister, and then there's another sister. Okay. So he possibly has 2 siblings who might be alive, might not be alive, we don't know. John and someone else, okay. Dad would make us go build something together as punishment. He said it was force us to learn how to work together. Maybe man, our yard had a lot of ugly birdhouses built with crooked nails. They must have fought a lot. Yeah, John? Huh? Okay. He forced us to hang them up outside our windows to remind ourselves that we don't have to be perfect to help others. Aww. He seems to have had a good family, actually. And that working together is always more productive than fighting. He really was something.
You speak of him in the past tense.
He passed away this year. Heart problems run in his family. Yeah, I know! A family of 6? That's the same size as my family. I cannot picture Kangai being like the big bro in such a family. I just can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why is everyone in your family dead, Kangai? I came back as soon as I heard, but his funeral is long past.
You could at least visit his grave, right?
I could. I was planning to, really. It's just that with everything that happened, I haven't had time to get away.
Why don't you talk to Mr. Gursky about it? I'm sure he'll give you permission to go.
Mr. Gursky? I don't know. Every time I talk to him, he seems a little cranky.
It's not you. I think Aki just has that effect on him sometimes.
Cranky.
I just wish she wouldn't fight him so much.
Yeah, they fight a lot.
I know she's trying to protect us, but she carries too much of the burden alone. And in the end, we let her.
Okay, so any idea who killed Dr. Johansson? We don't know. That's all
Okay.
That was a nice conversation. It was totally new info. I guess because we had a different talk with Aki last night.
Morning, con guy. I hope you slept well.
Sean waves at me from across the room, his arms making broad sweeping motions above his head. Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
Was there anything you wanted to do today? Anything you wanted to try?
Not really. I thought I'd just wander around campus and talk to people.
You don't want to sit in on any classes or anything?
Right, class, that's the thing I'm supposed to care about. Well, I guess I might do that. And this is da-da-da. Did you know anything about Dr. Johansson? Okay. That's it. Nothing interesting here. Let's just keep going, everybody. I'm not ready. I don't want to. Please.
Oh, Kongai, have you heard? It's terrible!
Yeah, it totally is. Okay, what is
See, we already have the witty banter part down.
Okay, okay, this is about the, where she suggests that we become partners. See, okay. I don't know why she's so interested in me, but it's making me feel uncomfortable. And now she's trying to participate in the investigation. I don't want to share any information with her, but at the same time, keeping her close might be a good idea. Should I agree to let her be my assistant? No! No, thanks. I don't really need an assistant. I'm fine, Chance. Thank you for asking. Besides, we don't even have a mystery. You said yourself that it was an accident.
I still think it would be fun to investigate.
Then go do it on your own. I don't trust you. There's nothing fun about someone dying, accident or not. Okay, and this is all the same. So, you really think this is a murder? Who do you think did it? And here she says it was Kisaki. We know that. Why don't you and Jupiter get along? We also know this story. That's all for now.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
She's like, Jupiter keep bossing me around and I'm annoyed. Blah, you know. I'm sorry I'm so mean to Chance. It's just the second I figured out that she was no good, I'm just kind of like on my toes every single time she speaks. No one here? Okay. No one dead yet? Okay, that's good. Okay, let's talk to Jupiter. Jupiter leans against the counter, examining something in her microscope. She sighs, leans back, and presses her thumbs against the bridge of her nose. This is all the same, I think. Yeah. Okay, so do you know why someone would want Dr. Johansson dead?
No sé. He was always good to us and never spoke ill of anyone.
Yeah, okay. And this is where she talks about the...
What makes you think that we don't get along?
I think this is where she mentions...
No, it's a fair question. Just not a pleasant thing for me to discuss.
That Jupiter does not want Chance on the science team because she's underqualified and she's manipulative and she's trying to spread shit between them. And Jupiter thinks... I think probably that the reason Jupiter is so upset by it is because I think she actually cares about the team and stuff, and she feels like that she's wasting her time with trying to piece everything together after Chance basically burns it down. You know? Okay, what else?
There isn't a member of this group she hasn't tried to manipulate in one way or another.
Okay, so here, last time we talked to Jupiter first and then Chance, but now we're talking to Jupiter second, after Chance was like, oh, like, Jupiter just gives me, like, boring jobs, and that really annoys me. And now Jupiter tells us this whole story about how Chance has been like manipulating people and starting fights and stuff. And that's why we say here, not exactly the same story Chance gave me, but what was I expecting, really? I have to confess, this one makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, we'll talk later.
You know where to find me.
Okay. Well. Oh. The printer. A printer, I should examine this further. There's a row of printers against the wall. The furthest one has a blinking red light. What's wrong with your printer?
Ignore it. It broke nearly half a year ago, but we rarely touch it.
Yeah, so this is where we find out that there is a print job that hasn't been done. And that we want to, and that it belongs to Johansson, and we want to get our hands on it. So, but this time, yeah, we need to get Ewan to wake up. So let's just talk to people. Naoki says you try to handle him. I think he's worried about you. Oh. Last night you filtered Naoki's Kansei and Limei's and mine. You're putting so much strain on your body.
So?
So it's not healthy, okay? Naoki and Limei have you to lean on, but who do you have?
Con, I think you're misunderstanding. Look at Naoki. He's a genius. He can master anything he looks at.
This is all stuff we know. That's all for now. Like, I'm just going around talking to people because we need to get... I don't know why I'm so slow today. We need to get Aaron to wake up so we can send Jupiter there as we did last time. Are there any suspects? Da-da-da, I spoke to Naoki about the scene. Da-da-da, that's all I got for now.
Don't wander off.
Bye. Wanders off immediately.
Hey, are you lost?
No, I'm just walking. Just walking. Don't worry about it. Now we're asking around for alibis. Oh. Okay, so aren't you and Jupiter on bad terms? And this is where he's like, no, we aren't. So, where were you yesterday? Da-da-da-da-da. Did you see anyone else at the lab? And this is where yeah, so you and James used to date. We know all about this. This is nothing new. We are just going around. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't think there's anything we can talk to Jupiter about. I think we got her. Oh, never mind. We didn't ask her alibi yet. That's right. Where were you yesterday? And she said she was in the lab. Did you see either Nathan or David? She saw none of them. We all know that. Things we'll talk later. Good to know you. Bye. It's a nice day indeed. And then we talked to... I think we're fine. Okay, turns out Nathan really wanted to be in charge of the lab, but Dr. Johansson appointed Jupiter instead. Like, I mean, we don't need all of this info again, considering that... Okay, so where were you? He was here, and with us. Used to be head of the student lab. He didn't like it, so when did you start dating Chance? A few months ago, and he doesn't like his family, blah blah blah.
Feel free to come by anytime.
Sorry. Apologies. Things have been a bit weird lately. The weird thing is I only sneeze maybe like twice in a day, and it's very confusing because it's like... Okay, so if I get Jupiter to visit, can you stall her for me? She's like, yeah, have you ever had a blood reaction? She had. That's all I wanna see you. See you, sweetie. Aaron, wake up! Thank you. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll go out. If I go out, and then... Okay, it looks like there's something of a soap opera going on here. You all know that. Good. Well, how about now? I always forget what we like. Okay. Oh, yeah, Gursk. That's right. We need to tell him about the... No? Okay.
Don't wander off.
Well, I'm gonna... Chance! We haven't talked to... I keep forgetting her because I don't want to talk to her. Where were you? Okay.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
And this is where Chance lies because she was at the campus, but she says she was at work, and that's a lie. She's a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Sorry. Aaron! Wake up! Wake up, boo. I'm trying to think. Is there anything we have? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. We need to tell him about the alibis. Now we can. Okay.
And?
Sean was our tour guide for most of the hour, then he says he went to work at the university center. Remember he left Aki and Limei at the lab for a while, yeah. Chan says she was at work the whole time. Aaron's still sleeping, but I assume he was in his room all morning. Jupiter says she was in the lab for the entire hour, but no one saw her. David and Nathan were in the lab together. That's a lie. Computer logon times confirm all 3 of them in the lab. That's not necessarily true.
Aaron and Chan seem to have the shakiest alibis then.
But we also know... Yeah, like Aaron just seems to be able to like sleep all the time. Okay. We all know this. That's all I got for now.
Don't wander off.
Please tell me that Aaron is awake now. Like, he's like, this is the next thing we need to do. Yes! Hey, feeling better. And now we just talk. Okay. So now we just talk about all this stuff. And we did this at the end of last stream, so...
Strange how?
We all know about this. And we know that Aaron is in the clear already. I'll talk to him
Cool.
later. Bye. So now we need to go... talk to Jupe.
Okay.
Need to talk to Jupe. Jupe. Let's go. Let's go. Aaron is awake. Go. Okay. And now we need to find the paper. Time to call customer service. Oops. Time to call customer service. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, we got it. Okay. So the thing that we're gonna do different this time around is we're gonna have Aki, the twins, look into it for us instead of Gersk, because Gersk doesn't trust us right now. And the note is the expulsion notice along with Nathan's login time. So I found this note cute in the printer, but I'm not sure what all these numbers are for.
Let me see.
I hand the sheets of paper to Aki and she flips between them quickly.
It's an access log, a list of who logs into the computer and when. But all these time codes have the same ID number.
The first page is the student's suspension notice. The ID must match the intended recipient.
I don't suppose you have any idea who this was meant for.
Sadly, I have not taken it upon myself to seek out everyone's student ID number.
It's probably private information anyway.
That's true. Is there some way we could find out whose number that is? Aki grins.
There's always a way. Let's
go!
go!
Is it Naoki again? I feel like the way is always Naoki. Where?
To see my brother, of course.
Oh, the way is Naoki as usual. Aki strides along the walkway silently and I fall into place beside her. Her eyes take on a distant look for a moment, talking to Naoki no doubt. DFM! Hello! We're on the second stream. I'm so sorry about that bullcrap. I'm not sure what happened. Aw, that's okay. We're just kind of skipping through things. And we're currently at the second half-ish of the second ending. We're about to find out about the note again, about to find out that Nathan is sus. Naoki greets us outside the building. He still looks tired.
Are you up to it?
Up to what? Naoki nods wearily at the two of us.
I've had worse.
Okay. He tries to speak reassuringly, but he sounds worn out.
Con found something. Looks like a student ID number. Was thinking we could do a lost and found if you're up to it.
That's not a problem.
Aki looks worried, but she nods and hands the printouts to him. He glances at the strings of numbers. Oh no, I see what they're gonna do. They're gonna go to the administration. And he's gonna be like, hey, I lost my student ID. My number is blah 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 blah.
Anyone we need to look out for?
Look out, we're not gonna break into anything, are we?
Nothing like that. Sometimes acquiring information is as simple as pretending you already have it.
Yeah.
Sean's in there. If you can talk to him for a bit, that would help.
Consider it done. Come along, Con.
Aki throws the front door open and marches in. I follow her, but Naoki hangs back from the two of us.
Hey, you two. What's up?
Sean, so glad we could catch you. Kongai and I have a very important question for you.
Ah, the cat emotes. I love them. Please send them in chat if you want. I love them so much.
Sure. Ask me anything.
Can you minor in bagpiping here?
I love her.
Minor in what?
Bagpiping. You know.
Aki holds her hands up and mimes playing a set of bagpipes.
Like the instrument?
I would have to look that up for you.
We'd appreciate it.
I'll be right back.
With a contented smile, Aki seats herself in the chair and leans back as if she's waiting for someone. I love how she's like, okay, what's like the weirdest thing I can think of to ask him? The front door swings open and Naoki enters. He approaches the information desk timidly and waits for the bored-looking guy at the counter to notice him.
Excuse me. I seem to have misplaced my student ID.
Yeah, Aki is great. She's like, she's playing it by ear. I love it so much. She's like a natural at this.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The guy snorts through his nose and gives Naoki a smug look.
I can get a replacement here, right?
For $25 you can.
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Naoki fumbles with his wallet and counts out a few bills.
The number is, 14773210002, I think.
He recites the number from memory and the worker types it into his computer.
Okay, Nathan.
Oh.
Fill out this ID request form in triplicate, and I'll need to see 2 different government-approved IDs.
Looks like my cue.
Aki pulls out her phone and taps the screen. Naoki's phone starts ringing and he answers it quickly.
Hello?
Did you know a hummingbird can fly backwards?
I raise an eyebrow at Aki and she sticks her tongue out at me. I don't think I'll ever understand her.
And upside down.
You found it. Where?
I'm kind of craving ramen. What about you?
Naoki pauses for a moment before laughing.
I thought I already looked there. No, it's okay. Thanks. I owe you one.
These two are like, they're in sync. I love it. He hangs up and turns to the guy at the counter.
Looks like I don't need one after all.
That's good, Naoki boy. Good.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever. The worker sighs and returns to idly surfing the internet.
Time to go.
Aki waits for Naoki to leave before strolling casually to the door. Once outside, she gives her brother an approving pat on the back.
Nicely done. As usual.
Naoki beams. So what now?
Well, the ID belongs to Nathan. Talk to him, I guess.
Yeah, like this is how they would con people. Like we're seeing their conning skills in action. It's hilarious. Okay. What? I'm just supposed to walk up to him and ask if he killed Dr. Johansson?
Well, I was thinking more of tying him up and hanging him off a tall building.
We
could call it aerial motivation.
Aerial motivation? Let me guess, aeration?
Nope. Motivarial. Nice try, though.
That's even worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell Gursky about it.
Your loss. You go see Miko. I'm heading back to the student union to see if Sean's got an answer about that bagpiping minor.
He's really interested in the bagpiping. Okay, let's talk to Gursky. I think Nathan might have a good motive for killing Dr. Johansson because he was about to be expelled.
What makes you say that?
Well, I found this note in the printer. It's an expulsion notice.
Nathan was going to be expelled?
Supposedly for unauthorized access to confidential files. I don't know how many times I've said that, but it's many. I hand the papers to Gursky and he glances over them quickly. That's a student ID number on the second page.
And how do you know this?
It might be better if I don't tell you that. Gursky arches an eyebrow, and it's not hard to tell he already has a solid idea of where I got the information.
Right. Well, getting kicked out of school is a better motive than anything else we've got. Let's talk to him.
I think he's at the library right now. We can meet there to talk to him. Okay, let's go to the library.
Don't wander off.
Let's see if Nathan dies this time. Woo! I'm not in the mood for this. Okay. Detective Gursky meets me, and he denies it, and he's like, well, someone else might have done it. I have a lecture. Goodbye. We need to talk to Aaron. Okay, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, he accused Aaron, so we need to talk to Aaron now. Be like, hey, did you do it? And then he's like, no, I was playing Magic the Gathering with my boyfriend and all of our friends. Okay, so that... Okay. Nothing interesting? Nope. Oh, wait, what about it?
Did you have enough time to find what you needed?
Yes, thank you. Jupiter say anything else? No, not really, but she seems to enjoy being at the school. I'll see.
Okay.
I'm just kind of doing a play-by-play of all the conversation.
You look determined. Something happened?
Oh, right. We need to go talk to Jupiter. Yes and no, but you're on the case now. Da-da-da.
Finally! Why the change?
We've hit a little bit of a dead end. Remember that ID number?
Yeah, Nathan's, right?
Yeah, except Nathan claims someone else must have been using his card. He said it was probably Aaron. But Aaron denied it and he's got an alibi. It's a very, like, this relaxing track. It's very nice. He also said that Nathan and David used their cards interchangeably, so...
So we've got evidence of a crime and no one to pin it on.
Kirsty says you're now here supposed to interview David.
Convenient. Well, it shouldn't take long for us to figure out what's up. Where is he?
The library.
Good.
Aki's eyes closed for a split second and she nods lightly.
Let's get going then.
The two of us move across the campus at a brisk pace, stopping outside the student lounge where Naoki waits for us.
We have work?
He looks pleased.
Yep. Interrogation.
Who?
David, still trying to figure out the approach.
What are we looking for?
We found evidence that someone's been stealing information and selling it off to Edgewater's rival school, Western State.
Why don't we try a home invasion?
Am I lifting?
That's usually easier. Unless Khan wants to try?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I have to go talk to Jupiter. Yeah, so we're gonna talk to Jupiter. Okay. And here we are. Again! So, we find out... well, Lee May and Aaron finds the picture, and now we're back to the bike. And Nathan did it. So yeah. It was Nathan's bike who, like, we took a picture outside the tower, and there was a bike in the back, and that bike is basically really old, and the only one who could have bought that bike would be Nathan, who's been at the school for, like, more than 5 years. Something like that. So Nathan did it. And now we go get him.
Nathan? Do you have any proof?
Yes, that's his bike in the photo.
But how can you tell?
You said that those bikes were sold off to students 5 years ago. You and Nathan were the only students here at the time.
There are plenty of grad students who were here 5 years ago.
But none on this campus. The main campus maybe, but not here. If you wanted a bike, you'd just buy a new one. You hate being associated with your family, so there's no way you use their famous bikes. Sean's eye twitches, but he doesn't reply. We all know this. Nathan claimed he was in the lab all morning, but he doesn't have a real alibi. Jupiter says she didn't see him until later, and David was sleeping in his room. Nathan could have logged in at 10, left to meet Dr. Johansson, and snuck back in later without anyone knowing. And David would have to lie to back up his alibi if he wanted one to.
Are you sure? I mean, he seems like a pretty great guy.
Yes, I'm certain. Sean sighs and runs his fingers through his hair.
Well, I think he just got done teaching a class, so he's probably in the sleep lab.
Oh, I wonder if he's dead again. The sleep lab.
Yeah, he lives off campus, so he usually crashes there for a while before his next class.
Are you sure?
Well, definitely. He wouldn't be anywhere else.
Thanks, you've been a big help. I turn to leave, but Sean grabs my shoulder.
Hang on.
What's up?
Well, if he's really the murderer, don't you think it's kind of a bad idea for you two to confront him?
Sean looks surprisingly uncomposed. Is he nervous? I think we can handle it.
Well, why take the risk? Maybe you should go get that cop to help you out. He doesn't know you're after him. There's no hurry.
Actually, that's where you're wrong. The longer we wait, the more he's going to think about running.
Okay, but...
We're going now. Lee May and I leave before Sean can present. Oh, you see here. Ooh, yeah. Glance over my shoulder before the front door closes. Sean's making a mad dash for the cafeteria. What was that about? I turn to Lee May. Something doesn't feel right, does it? Lee May shakes her head. Both of us feel uneasy, especially after seeing Sean's swift departure. Yeah, exactly. Like, right now we don't really have a lot of points with Gursky. So we're like... It's like, I feel... Okay. I feel like, this time around, the separations between the endings make a lot more sense. So in this one, we haven't built up as much trust with Gursky, so it makes sense that we don't really trust him as much. And we've been acting on our own this entire time, so it makes a lot more sense. Yeah. So as we approach the lab, we see Nathan exit the front door. He looks like he's in a hurry. He knows! Sean must have had second thoughts and given him a call. Nathan looks up at us and I see panic flash across his face. He turns and runs back into the building. Go around! Without hesitation, Li Mei sprints around the side of the building. I run to the front door and throw it open before he can close all the way. I catch up to Nathan quickly and grab his shirt. He whirls around and pulls away from my grasp.
Let me go.
He pulls his light sword out and points it directly at me. You can't threaten me with a prop sword. With a determined grunt, Nathan smashes the blade of his sword against the floor. The end shatters in a small rain of glass shards. He points the jagged glass blade at me and turns it slowly. The sharp end blisters in the bright light.
Let me go.
Oh god. Okay, I may have spoken prematurely. So that thing was made of glass. Ugh. I take a slow step towards him. Can you just tell me why you killed Dr. Johansson? Nathan glares and tightens his grip.
Don't mourn him. He was a coward. Too afraid to make use of the power he had.
What?
He didn't deserve to have it.
This is new, so he didn't like Dr. Johansson at all. And you do?
I deserve it more than you.
What do you mean? Yeah, I assumed it was plastic too, but it's gotta be glass. That's insane to carry a thing like that around. Nathan races towards me and swings his sword at me. I jump back, but the glass tears into my shoulder. Ah. I clutch my shoulder and feel something warm between my fingers. I hold my head tight against my shoulder to slow the blood and try to ignore the sting. Guess he wasn't kidding about all that sword training.
It's not fair!
Nathan's practically screaming by now.
Why do you get to have it when I can't?
I get to have what? What are you talking about? He swings the shattered blade at me again. I stumble back, barely escaping another cut. What are you talking about? With an angry cry, he thrusts the sword towards me, driving the glass into my thigh. My leg collapses under my weight and I take a desperate limp backwards. Blood rushes from my leg faster than I thought possible.
You really are a waste of dragon's blood.
What are you talking about? What? Oh god. I stumble into the wall and slide down to the ground. My body feels cold. I know this. Oh god, he's dying. It hit the artery, didn't it? It's a sting of death, but this time it's me. It takes a moment for me to realize I'm genuinely scared. I'm so used to the terror I felt in others that now it feels like a distant observation. Blood pulses relentlessly from the cut in my leg. He must have sliced through something major. Oh god. Nathan lifts the sword over his head and brings it down on my head. Oh god! In my last bitter moment, I shut my eyes and brace for the impact. But the impact never comes. I open my eyes to see Li Mei standing over me. She's plucked the sword with her hair. Oh god. The glass tip of the sword has broken off and gone straight through her palm, but she isn't bleeding. My vision is getting blurrier, but I think her hand is sparking? Nathan releases the sword with a terrified squeak. Li Mei inspects her hand calmly and flexes it. It's still impaled on a long shard of glass. Her gaze turns to Nathan, and with another inhuman shriek, he turns and runs. Li Mei takes chase and overtakes him easily. With a fluid motion, she kicks his legs out from under him, and he falls to the ground. He struggles to get up, but she slams her foot into his back, pinning him down. She draws the long glass shard from her hand and presses it to the back of his neck. I can barely make out Nathan's terrified cries, but Li Mei looks disturbingly calm. Li Mei! I barely manage to whisper her name, but somehow she hears me. She opens her eyes to survey her work. She looks down at Nathan as if it's the first time she's seen him. With a quiet gasp, she tosses the glass blade away and takes a step back from him. Huh. This is interesting. But yeah, I think they're meant, like, this is about the Kansei. But I find it interesting that he was talking about dragon's blood, but Chance calls us tiger. He lets out a grateful sobbing moan and scrambles away from her, desperately clawing at the tile floor. Li Mei rushes to my side and her eyes widen at the sight of all my blood.
Kongai!
Oh god! Does he— I forgot if he— like, I remember this a little bit. I take a shaky breath. I really underestimated him, but I'm trying not to be too caught up about it. Don't joke. It's supposed to be a joke, but neither of us laugh. Li Mei presses one hand against my open wound and pulls out her phone with the other. I think it might be too late for that. It's even harder to breathe, and my head is starting to feel light. Li Mei stubbornly shakes her head and dials a number on her phone. Whatever conversation she has sounds like little more than frenzied sounds to my ears. As soon as she hangs up, she places her other hand on my leg. I look down at the hole at the back of her hand left by the glass from Nathan's sword. It's hard to tell, but I think I see wires. My blood— Okay. I just want to have you recall something. I think perhaps part of her body is fake. I don't think her entire... I think she might be like a... I guess a cyborg? Because if you recall, when Kevin cut her neck, she was bleeding. So, at the very least, perhaps her arms are fake, but maybe her entire body isn't. I don't think she's a robot. I don't know. I don't know right now. Okay, my blood is seeping through the hole, spilling out over her hands. It looks like you're bleeding. Oh god. I think that was supposed to be a joke too, but I can't tell anymore. Well, yeah! Kevin cut her and she did bleed. So I don't think she's a... Yeah, I think perhaps she's like a bionic human or something. Maybe she's like the result of the research that Autumn was conducting into like fake limbs and organs and shit. Why am I even trying to tell jokes right now? I'm cold, Lee. I don't think...
No!
Yeah, cyborg. Yeah. Lee May cuts me off with an empathetic cry. With an empathic cry. Oh,
Don't go! You can't go!
Oh god. Her body shivers, and I realized it was all my blood on her. She's probably having a hard time even staying conscious. Oh god!
If you go, I'll be sad.
No. No! I hate this! It hits me! I'm weak! My vision grows blurrier, but I manage to place my hand on hers. Don't be. It's getting harder to feel anything. I take a deep breath and my chest shudders. I only wish I had more time! My grip on Lee May's hand relaxes and the darkness claims me. No! I don't like this one! Take it back! Take it back! I hate this one. Take it back! Oh, no. Oh my god. That almost got tears out of me. It was very close. And that was the Lee May ending. Yay! That wasn't fun at all. Yeah, okay. Well... that was great. Okay. Okay, so... I think we can at least get one more ending. And we're just gonna, like, do the skip. And we're gonna wear glasses again. Yeah, like, I don't... Yeah. It's very interesting, but it's just very sad. Okay, we just skip. And we're gonna wear glasses again because it's funny. Sure, why not? It'll be a party. I shrug.
Excellent!
Aki hands me a pair of dark frames and I try them on. So...
They make you look smart.
I'm going to ignore the implication of that statement. Aki's only response is a teasing smile.
So, are you ready to go?
Sure, just please let me sleep in the car. Oh, wait. Damn it. Okay, so this time around we will tell him that we're uncomfortable. So Aaron keeps taking pictures of us, so now we're gonna... Maybe I should ask Aaron to stop. So we're gonna tell him, could you not take quite so many? I'm kind of uncomfortable with it. Actually, I just realized, does this mean that he won't take that picture that becomes a proof? Oh god. Okay, okay. Aaron sticks his tongue out at me.
You'll get used to it eventually. Everyone does.
Just try to take fewer if you can.
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Naoki smiles gratefully at me and nods his head once. Well, that's all the stuff unpacked. What's next? Okay, let's just keep going. So now we're gonna keep going with new stuff. Hang on. I'd rather not be killed in a creepy school lab though, so hang on, I think you've got the wrong guy here. We're gonna pick a new option again.
No, I'm pretty sure you're the guy. Or did you think we wouldn't notice that someone broke in and stole our research?
Real football. David apparently tightens his grip on my arm. It's more constricting than I'd like. I think he works out. He gets regular exercise at least. Wait, what? No, you definitely have the wrong guy.
That remains to be seen.
David gives me a tug and I follow. It'll be easier to explain I'm innocent if I don't run. I just hope Aki's nearby. I could really use a bailout.
David, Nathan, take him in.
Okay, we know all about this and that she talks to us. And here we say... this time we're going for... trusting Jupiter, so we're gonna be honest with her and tell her it was in Mr. Alton's files. I went to his house for something.
Something.
She sounds incredulous. I can't really blame her.
William Alton, may he rest in peace, doesn't just invite people over to his place for a cup of coffee.
Well, I wasn't there for coffee. She leans in and lowers her voice.
And what were you there for?
That's classified. I try not to sound too smug, but it feels kinda nice to not be on the receiving end of the classified runaround for once. I know! We've been here for like 2.5 games now, this is really nice. Jupiter presses on, undeterred. Well, that remains to be seen, Sony. I mean, I know, but I think I have gotten the Lee May ending before as well. I think I got that when I played it again and I was like, what's going on? This didn't happen last time. Or it was like the other way around. I forgot if I got the Lee May ending first and then the Killer Lost ending, or if it was... But those were the only two ends I've gotten. I don't know what happens here. Like, I have no clue.
Who are you?
That's also classified, but I can tell you who I'm not. I tap the photo on the table with my hand. I'm not him.
I don't have time for this.
She isn't buying a word I'm saying.
How's this? I won't press charges if you tell me who hired you to steal that. Was it Western State?
This is all the same. And again, we're aiming to get points with Jupiter and not Chance, so we'll tell the truth and say no, that we were somewhere else, but we can't prove it. And we know all this. This is just... and then we go... oh god, okay. So here we'll go the other way and tell her that we're really sorry about all the confusion, if there's anything I can do. So here we're offering a hand to Jupiter. Like, instead of just like trying to cover our own ass, we're like, well, if you need some help, I'm here, basically. I'm really sorry about all the confusion, if there's anything I can do.
No, not really.
Even if she turns us down, like, it'll be in her mind. We're like conditioning Jupiter to trust us right now. But...
listen, there's a lot going on right now. Even if you're not the thief, the research has still been stolen.
Yeah, exactly.
And since I'm the one who has to do damage control, I don't have time for anything else.
I feel bad for Jupiter. She must be really stressed, especially since her two understudies are not helping her at all.
Hey, did you miss me?
Okay, this is all the same. And now we go and we see the body and everything sucks. And we sleep and we look at rabbits. Okay. And again, we are aiming to get Jupiter points today, so we're gonna tell her the truth and say that he died. What am I gonna do now? So, I'm sorry, but he died.
What? You're kidding, right?
Not really, I'm sorry. Wow, that was probably the worst way to inform someone of a death ever.
What happened? Was it here?
Yeah, Aaron and Kisaki were the ones who found the body.
First his old research is stolen, and now this.
Jupiter begins to absentmindedly chew on her nail. What are you talking about?
I can't be sure, but...
This is new. She stands abruptly.
I'm sorry, but I have a lot of work to do. Can you both leave now?
Nimei casts a final longing glance at the rabbit before following me out of the lab. Oh god, okay. This is all the same, we don't care. Okay. Here... it doesn't really matter. So let's just wait here, that's easier. This is the same as last time. Okay. Okay. Let's just talk to people. This is where we tell him to go sleep. Have a good sleep, Aaron. I'll see you later. Oh wait, we should probably... should probably talk to Limi. Hey Limi, you okay?
Okay.
I just want to make sure that we like take these on the way out, so that it doesn't like, you know, because sometimes this is just a visual novel thing, but sometimes visual novels, you know, it won't progress unless you've like talked to everybody, so it's easier to just talk to people as we go.
Morning, Cont. How are you?
Okay, think Aaron's in danger. Blah. Any ideas who the killer is? Blah. Okay, let's talk to Gersk.
And that's as far as you go.
Okay. And here we tell him is just a hunch. So, was it really Dr. Johansson? I'll see ya.
Don't wander off.
I will. Bye. Wander, wander, wander. Let's just take it. So we've been here, library.
Con guy, perfect timing.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Zombies. Really? So how long have you been a student here? 3 years.
Later.
See ya. Bye.
Hey, just wanted to say.
Yeah, sorry. We are not we are not the thief anymore. 7 years. Bye. Please don't kill me with the sword again.
See you.
See you. Have a good day. Let's go here. Talk to Naoki. We just like not a good time.
Okay.
Talk to
Good
Sean.
morning, con guy. I hope you slept well.
Do you know? That's it. See ya. Good chance. Not that I. Who do you think did it? Why don't you and Jupiter get along? Let's see you. It was nice knowing you, Chance. I do not want any more to do with you than necessary. And last but not least, we talked to Jupe. She might actually want to talk to us this time around. Hey.
Hey, con guy. Looking for something?
Yeah, you actually.
Mission accomplished. Can I help you with something?
She's way nicer to us. Holy shit. Just wanted to talk.
About?
Dr. Johansson. Jupiter leans in and folds her. Oh, right. Because we told her ahead of time, so now we can talk to her about the death. Okay, that makes sense. Jupiter leans in and folds her arms.
About his death, you mean? Did you see the body?
Look forward to that, Sony. That's all I'm gonna say. Did you see the body? I nod.
How was it? How did he die?
Well, what should I tell her? Again, we're going for Jupiter points, so we will say the truth. Yeah, probably kills Kagai. Bad end. Fuck you. Okay, it looks like he was killed on purpose.
Murder?
Well, yeah. I mean, it could have been an accident.
Not likely. He was a careful man and had no reason to be in the bell tower in the first place.
That makes sense.
This all seems very deliberate. I'm inclined to agree with your assessment.
Like, because of us telling her ahead of time, I feel like, this means that Jupiter might be doing some, like, machinations in her head. So she might arrive at a conclusion that we don't have access to the same information as her. So she might arrive at a conclusion that gives us more information. Like, she might know something we don't. So I guess this time around we're trying to, like, get on her good side, so she might tell us something that we wouldn't otherwise have known. She sighs and crosses her arms across her chest.
This is bad.
It's bad. How so? She raises an eyebrow at me.
Because a great man just passed away in a tragic way?
Kaiga is just like, oh yeah, great men pass away around me all the time. Oh yeah. Way to go, man! As if you could make it any more obvious that this is normal for you. She probably thinks I'm some kind of sociopath now. True.
What about Eren? How is he doing?
Not so well.
I should probably visit him sometime to see how he's doing.
He didn't look very happy when I last saw him. I think he just wants to sleep for a bit. She nods sympathetically.
He deserves some rest.
Okay, so do you know if someone when I'm dead?
So, you really don't think it was an accident then? Honestly, I don't know what to think. It's entirely possible that this was an accident.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe a heart attack? His heart is still experimental after all.
What? He had a fake heart? That's new info.
Partially. It was built from a reproduction of his own tissue, but some parts were manufactured.
Wasn't Autumn Engineering working on something like that?
They're the ones funding most of our research. William Alton donated a lot of money to this school. I think he cared a lot for his alma mater. The heart was still in testing stages, but Dr. Johansen's heart was in such a bad state, he decided to take the risk. As strange as the circumstances of his death are, I'm hard-pressed to think of anyone who would want to kill him.
So that means that she wasn't lying about that last time, that she actually doesn't know who would want to kill him. You and Chance don't get along. This is all the same.
You know where to find me.
Oh, wait. I keep forgetting to look at the printer. The printer is important. Printer. What's wrong with your printer? We'll know about this. Okay. We just need the printer. Okay. I think that was everyone, so let's go... Wait, let's go talk to Gersk. Are there any suspects? Spoke to Naoki. Oh, right, now is when we go around asking everyone for alibis. Let's just talk to Aki on the way. I think we might go a little overtime because I think that we can realistically finish. Like, I don't think we'll have a very long stream next time if...
Hey, are you lost?
If we do, wait for the true and, like, wait for next time. So I think it's just... If we just go through things really quick here, I think we can make it just fine. Might be a bit longer, but it's fine. There's also the technical error in the middle of everything. I hope it's fine. We just need to go around to talk. We still can talk to Aaron, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And I think we just need to go to Jupiter and ask her of her alibi, and then we're good. Just trying not to stall here, and then we go back and oh. So, just curious, and by curious... Okay.
And by curious you mean I'm a suspect.
Yes. Everyone is.
That's fair. Random killings are more unlikely after all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got here around 9.
It's still the same. So again, she is good, generally like talking more to us.
You know where to find me.
So that's good. Okay, let's talk to the Gersk, as we always do. I love talking to Gersk. I'll see you, Gersk. Love you. Bye. I think it's about time we go see Aaron, right? Yeah! Okay, we talk to him, and then we go see Jupiter again and tell her, and then we steal the papers by calling customer service. I just don't feel like there's any reason to dally through these parts where there's nothing new. I feel like it's, I mean, I could get around it with some save files, but then I would have to prepare a lot in advance, and that would just be confusing. And skipping stuff that isn't new is so easy in this game. Like, it stops if there's something that's new, so... Okay, call customer service. Okay, we got it. Yep, so now we go and ask the twins again. Oh, we forgot about the soap opera. Yeah, that was a great time. I found this note, and... is there any way we can find out whose number that is? I mean, I'm just gonna, like, talk over them. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the twins. No, wait, what are we supposed to do now? Oops. I just need to... Think Nathan. Oh, right, okay, yep. I'm just a dumbass. Don't mind me! Okay, we're gonna talk. Oh, right. It's a step earlier than what I thought. Okay, here's where he accuses Aaron, and then we go to talk to Aaron, and he's like, "No, we play Magic the Gathering. It wasn't me." You're on the case.
You look determined.
Besides, I have to go talk to Oh!
Oh? We'll go with you.
What? Are you sure? This is new.
Why not? We're a team, right? Besides, Naoki's good at detecting lies. It might be useful. We can talk to David later.
Fine, I guess it wouldn't hurt. Let's make this quick.
If you say so. Race you!
Heck yeah. Aki drops into a flat-out run before I can process her challenge.
Again?
Naoki takes chase and I begrudgingly follow. The twins outdistance me easily, but I force myself to keep running. As soon as Aki reaches the door, she spins around and waves her card at me teasingly.
Keep up, Kongai!
Jupiter and Pog, yeah. Naoki leaps past her and waves his card at the reader. That's such a good recording. Ha ha. He grabs the handle and throws the door open. Ah! I love them. Aki punches him playfully and he returns the gesture. I take the moment to put an extra burst of speed into my steps, racing through the open door past the two of them. Nice try! He won. That's great. I taunt over my shoulder as I speed off towards the lab. That's so good. Jupiter jumps as the three of us pile into the lab, half out of breath. It's hilarious.
Aye! What's going on?
I know. Aki tries to lean casually against the counter, but the effect is marred by her gasps for air.
Oh, nothing. We just felt like running.
Oh, you just felt like running. I was all for walking.
Don't tell me you didn't have fun.
I deny all allegations.
That still doesn't explain what's going on.
We had something we wanted to ask. Cont?
Oh, right. Have you ever used Nathan's ID card to log in?
You mean that childish game they play, swapping cards with each other? No, I do not partake in it.
Oh. So, you know about their system?
They think they can, how is it said, defeat the system. I know they do not always arrive on time, but it is wiser to let them believe they are winning. Otherwise, they may devise a trick even harder to keep track of.
That makes sense. And I don't suppose you come here to work late?
Of course I work late, you know that.
How late?
Maybe 10 or 11. Why do you want to know?
Someone's been logging in every other week, late, like after midnight late.
Yes, Nathan. I brought that to Dr. Johansson's attention. Is that what this is about?
We're not sure, but we think the person was selling off information, maybe to Western?
I find that difficult to believe.
Then maybe it's something else. Did Dr. Johansson have anything else he was working on?
Oh, we didn't think to ask this, did we?
Oh, that was just a hypothesis more than anything else. It wasn't a real project.
Oh, hello, Arto. Hello, Arto. Hello, Art. Oh, thank you for cats. I love cat. Please send more cat emotes in chat if you feel like it. This is new info.
Mind telling us what it was anyway? We're curious.
Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Throughout history, there's been mention of people with extra-human abilities.
Oh shit. This is about us, isn't it?
I'm sure you've heard the stories. Heroes of legend and lines of royals said to have divine powers. Dr. Johansson's hypothesis is this, that such people did exist, but their bloodlines eventually thinned out and their powers diminished.
Oh.
However, if we could find a sample of the genetic makeup of those extra humans, we could recreate those abilities today.
This is insane. He wanted to make magic people? That doesn't sound scientific. You say that, but you can possess dead people, Kangai.
Too often, we think that the scientific advances of today give us reason to ignore ancient observation. But the people of old still charted the stars and built pyramids. They possess the ability to observe and record just as we do.
Okay, but one thing, I don't remember who said it when, but just because the Egyptians built the pyramids doesn't mean that they were necessarily right about everything else. Just putting it out there.
We cannot dismiss the account of superhuman feats recorded across centuries and continents.
I mean, she is.
Instead, we should seek to find the cause of these. Can we recreate or observe them ourselves? He doesn't believe in people with special powers. He believes it is a possibility that must be explored.
Okay, that's a lot more reasonable.
Is it not scientific to attempt to observe what others have rather than dismiss them without testing?
Jupiter shrugs.
Of course, even this is little more than speculation. We don't have enough information to try to recreate anything.
That's fair. Jupiter leans over her laptop and clicks through a few folders.
He has some old notes on it if you're interested. They're from his private collection, but it should be fine.
Before any of us can respond, the door bursts open and Detective Gursky strides in. He looks angry.
That's enough.
What? I'm sorry, officer. I didn't mean to do anything wrong.
What the hell?
What are you doing here?
Wondering the same of you. I thought I told you to talk to David.
We were going to. We just wanted to help Con out.
What's going on? We may have found a lead. Dr. Johansson had another project he was working on.
Just because the guy's dead doesn't mean you can poke around in his stuff.
There's no harm in it. He always wanted his work made public when he passed away. He hoped that someone else would be able to pick it up where he left off.
So it's fine.
You're not even supposed to be here!
Oh god, this is the same as last time. He's angry. Gursky turns and forcefully hurts us towards the hallway.
I'm taking you off this case.
This is what he didn't want us to look into. This is it. Why?
Because you're not listening to me. I cut you guys a lot of slack, but you can't just do whatever you feel like.
Trust level with Gursky too low. Da da da.
You're clearly not taking your work seriously, and I'm sending you back home right now.
Gursky motions for Jupiter to leave.
Everyone out. That includes you.
But I have work to do.
And I'm declaring this a crime scene.
He didn't die here.
But some of his work is here, and you've already said it might be evidence. It was a mistake for me to let it get this far.
Oh my god. Detective Gursky turns to Jupiter.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to lock down the building.
I can do that, but do you really think this is necessary?
I'm not taking any risks.
Jupiter leads us out the front door, pausing to flip a tiny switch in the door's frame before she exits.
Thank you, Miss Celadon. I'm sorry to take you from your work like this, but I promise it won't be long. As for the rest of you, go home.
But...
No arguments. Get Lee May and go straight back to the apartment.
Aki glares at him.
I'll tell Schultz about this.
I don't care. Just go home.
Damn!
Fine! Good luck solving this on your own.
Aki stalks off and Naoki follows after her. With a final confused glance over my shoulder, I follow suit. I can feel Detective Gursky's angry gaze boring into my back as we leave. As we near the main road, Aki slows to a halt.
I want to go back.
Are you kidding? Gursky's gonna be waiting right there.
Then we sneak in through the side.
Isn't the door locked?
Then we find a way around it.
What? Oh yeah, like what?
Like her.
Aki casually points over my shoulder. I turn around to see Lee May. That
was quick. We need to get inside. Think you can handle it?
Lee May scans the building and nods once Aki grins.
I knew we could count on you.
This is a new place, I think. We follow Lee May to the side of the biology building. Why are we here? Lee May points at the fire escape. What, really?
It's a good choice. The fire escape isn't locked by the security system because it needs to be opened no matter what the circumstances are.
Lee May sizes up the ladder on the side of the building. It looks like the ladder is rusted in place. With a graceful leap, Lee May grabs at the bottom rung of the ladder and pulls on it. It grunts for a brief moment before sliding down with an unhappy squeal. Whoa! Lee May climbs the ladder swiftly and pauses in front of the door. But it's still got a lock of some sort, doesn't it?
Sure, there's a manual one, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Really? Lee May curls her fingers into the space between the door and the frame and gives the door a sharp tug. The door swings open suddenly with the sound of a harsh metallic sound. She just broke the lock! She's like... Oh my god. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Is there something you guys aren't telling me?
Probably.
Aki nods at Lee May.
See you at the back door.
Lee May nods and slips into the building silently. What just happened?
She opened the door, obviously. Let's go.
I follow Aki and Naoki to the lab's back door. This is a bad idea. I don't like this at all. Aki glances around quickly before effecting a casual pose. She turns to me and frowns.
Don't look so suspicious.
I don't like this. I don't like it. It's giving me a bad feeling. We're kind of breaking in after Gursky told us not to.
He's our handler, not our boss. Besides, aren't you even a little bit curious about what all the secrecy has been about?
Well...
You have to admit, it is rather suspicious. He's stopping us from doing our job.
Like, Lee Mei is top cool. She's so cool. I don't want to admit he's right, but Gursky's attitude during this case has me on edge too. I know he's off. The door swings open and Lee Mei pokes her head out.
Good work.
Aki grabs the door's handle and swings it open with a flourish.
Alright, let's move fast. It won't take long for Miko to notice we're here.
The four of us hurry to the lab and Aki grabs the laptop sitting on the counter.
Bingo, she's still logged in.
Isn't that a security risk?
There are so many locks on the outside, sometimes people get complacent about locking up what's inside.
She grins.
Especially if I distract them on the way out.
You were planning to look at these files all this time?
I didn't know if I'd get the chance, but I figured it couldn't hurt to prepare for the option.
Sometimes you scare me.
I know.
Aki scrolls through the files quickly, looking for something that might catch her eye.
See anything?
Wait, there!
What?
I point to one of the folders. That one is called Dragon's Blood. It's the only old project listed under Johannes' name. Aki double-clicks on the folder, and a list of files flashes onto the screen. The four of us crowd around the computer as Aki opens the first file.
A project designed to unlock latent potential?
That's what Dr. Johansson was talking about.
Looks like it was more than a hypothesis. He didn't tell Jupiter the whole story.
That's why Gursky was trying to shut us down, wasn't it?
He's got dated records of the Dragon Emperor of China granting psychic abilities to others as a reward.
This has gotta be about us.
It involved some sort of blood transfer, but the powers were unreliable. No two people would develop the same ability.
This is all falling into place for me.
If they still had his blood today, imagine what they could do with it.
I think that's exactly what they were aiming for.
I think they did it. Naoki's eyes dart back and forth across the screen, and even if they don't get to take the computer with them, Naoki will remember everything he sees right now. They were trying to replicate Dragon's Blood?
I've seen these before.
Where?
Oh, it's from the SD card, isn't it?
The card that Kongai took from Mr. Otten's house had the same formulas, although Mr. Otten had more on his.
But that proves this was Otten's project. We found it!
It was more than talk. They actually tried to do it.
Did they ever manage to recreate this Dragon's Blood?
Doesn't look like it, but...
Naoki catches his breath and his hand falls limp. What's wrong?
They were looking into alternative solutions. Namely, altering people to produce children with dragon's blood.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one.
Synthetic didn't work, so they looked for a way to make it naturally.
This is the one. It's the one that Marissa was talking about last game.
The first study was a failure. Of the 20 men they worked with, none had children who exhibited any traits of dragon's blood. Most of them passed away years later, all from causes eventually linked to the study. But in those years, they tried again. With women.
Naoki swallows and shakes his head. The women they experimented on lost their ability to bear children completely.
How did you know?
Marissa was researching it when we met. She said one of the women—
What are you doing in here?
Detective Gursky stands in the doorway. I can't tell if he's angry or scared. He strides across the room and reaches for Aki's shoulder.
I told you that you're off the case.
Wait. I just realized. I don't think Gursky's angry with us. I think he does not want us to look at this and find, like, he must know that our parents, as in us and Aki and Naoki and probably also Lee Mei's parents were involved in this project. So he's scared that they're gonna look at those files and see their mother's name. That's gotta be... Like, that's why. He doesn't want them specifically to figure it out. Aki pulls away from him.
But we found Johansson's old research. This could be the key we need to find the killer.
It's not important anymore. Naoki, close the computer and leave now.
Detective Gursky's voice is laced with anger. He's definitely not in the mood to debate, but Naoki sits frozen at the computer.
Chie.
Yeah. Oh god. Naoki's voice is barely a whisper. He breathes in slowly and his chest shudders.
Chie Mizutani.
That's their mom! Aki spins around to face her brother.
Mom?
Oh, this was what he didn't want them to see! Oh god. Naoki bows his head and buries his face in his hands. She died because of these guys. Aki rushes to the computer and her gaze darts across the screen.
One success. Subject Chie Mizutani died during childbirth, but left 2 children. Both exhibit potential for dragon's blood.
This is what he didn't want them to see. He was trying to he was just God. Aki's face hardens and her eyes turn dark.
Success?
Her voice shakes and I see her slowly clench and unclench. Like they did. He didn't want them to see this and go off doing something stupid. Her voice shakes and I see her slowly clench and unclench her
Aki.
fists. God damn it. Aki's eyes meet his and I see a sudden light of recognition.
You knew!
Yeah, he knew.
I'm sorry, I just...
You knew!
God damn it. Mikola looks away from her and nods once.
I knew.
How?
I stumbled on the report in a place I wasn't supposed to be.
This is what he told us about last game, the thing that got him demoted. He doesn't bother to suppress a bitter smile.
You and I are both much too eager to learn things we're not supposed to know.
Oh, damn. Aki doesn't respond.
After that, I was assigned to Edgewater, to your case. I'm the only one who knows what you two are.
Damn.
And what exactly are we?
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay, that explains his reaction in the last ending, where he was like, "Don't get your fingerprints on the body," because he probably knows that we have dragon's blood too.
Children unfairly robbed of a parent, adults thrust into a world without a lifeline, human beings.
Aki doesn't make any effort to hide the bitterness in her voice.
Why didn't you tell us?
I wasn't allowed to. They would have taken me away if I did. I didn't...
Gursky stops and runs his fingers through his hair as he searches for the right words.
I didn't like the thought of someone else watching you.
Oh, he wanted to make sure they were safe. He's looking out for them so they don't get, like, swiped up by the government and, like, tortured or something. Like, because Gursky knows he has the best intentions at heart for them, he didn't want anyone else to take over for him. This is so sad.
We still deserve to know! We could have kept it a secret! Why didn't you trust us?
Because... I don't know.
You had no right!
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
No.
Naoki stands and faces Detective Gursky, his eyes are hardened. Oh damn! Time for Naoki, real hours!
You had a choice and you chose not to. Did you think you were protecting us?
I am inclined to agree with Naoki here. I can see where Gursky is coming from, but I am inclined to agree with Naoki here. I think they had a right to know.
Did you think we'd feel better spending life thinking our mother died because of us?
But she didn't.
He hurt us!
Naoki lets out a scream and his face twists up in a mixture of fury and guilt.
He hurt us and we thought we deserved it.
Ow. That hurts a lot. Like the I'm not in no. I'm like clenching. My entire soul is clenching. His body shakes and he takes a deep breath to steady his voice.
I did nothing because I thought I deserved it.
Ow. Like, oh my god. Because it is true, like, it's Auden and Johansson's fault that she died. If she'd never been injected with that bullshit, she wouldn't have died. Aki exhales slowly and looks Gursky in the eye.
Leave!
I can't let you stay here.
Gursky takes a step towards Aki, but Lee Mei intercepts. Oh no! Oh no! Scary child. Don't touch.
Please, I can explain.
Oh, this ending hurts. That's really not the time. I stand beside Lee Mei and look Gursky in the eyes. Yes! For once! Yes, good. You're going to make it worse if you stay. With a frustrated scowl, Detective Gursky turns and walks to the doorway. He pauses at the door and whispers under his breath.
It wasn't supposed to happen this way.
Yeah. As soon as he shuts the door, Aki's hands relax. A series of red marks appear on the palm of her hand, perfectly matching the curve of her nails. Lee Mei and I stand unmoving. Neither of us is sure of what to say. I open my mouth, but no words come. Should I even say anything at all? Oh, my soul. I have not seen this ending. I did. This is completely new to me. As if sharing the same mind, Aki and Naoki sinks to the floor in a single motion. Aki wraps a comforting arm over Naoki's shoulder with a practiced ease. He mirrors the gesture and the two sob quietly into each other's shoulders. Take my soul away, please. I don't want to have feelings anymore. In the harsh glare of the artificial lighting, they look more real and honest than I've ever seen them. The girl forced to grow up too soon, desperately trying to protect the innocence of a boy plagued by demons. The brother and sister lost in an ocean with only the other to cling to. Something I understand. Oh. My soul. My soul is crushed. Right now, I can't. I kneel beside them and place a hand on each of their shoulders. Limei joins me and touches each of them gently on the back. You're not alone anymore. Neither responds, but they don't have to. We all understand. The four of us stay on the cold floor, silent but together. Broken but not alone. Okay, I'm over it. I'm sorry. I'm not over it, but I'm trying to be over it. We need to keep going. I can't just let it end here. Yeah, like this one. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but like I know it's not the same, but I have experienced also like loss and stuff in my life and like really unfair shit and it's just when you don't have anyone. I'm crying! We're gonna keep going, guys! We're going. We are going. Yeah, Mifa, that's a mood. Oh my god. I am broken. Okay. Okay. Everybody ready again? Yeah. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not like super upset or anything. I'm just a very emotional person, okay? You can play a song that I think is really sweet and I'll cry almost as if on cue. I have a really hard time not crying around other people when I'm like watching a movie or like listening to music or reading like a book or something. So I don't do that with people a lot. Because some people might be thinking that I'm like exaggerating, but it's really just me. Thank you, DFM. I love it. Thank you. That one's my favorite of the cat emotes. Okay. So let's I'm just gonna wear the glasses. It really doesn't matter. Like story-wise. Okay, here it actually doesn't matter, so let's be nice. Could you not take so many? It's kind of shitty. Please stop, Aaron. Thank you. And here we have to pick anything but the top option. So I'm just gonna go for laugh. Sounds like fun. Woohoo! Keep going. And here we are going to lie again. I'm sorry, Jupiter. I was just surprised to see that this guy looks like me. That's all. So, here comes the so I'm gonna tell you what the general guide for the true ending is, the quote-unquote spoiler-free one, which is, for the true ending, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So in the spirit of that, we're gonna lie here and say that we were at the coffee shop. And we know everything here is where they go. Wanted to know that I'm not the guy in the video. Now we want to go find the dead body. That's gonna be a great time. Yay, we love dead bodies. Bye. Bunnies. Okay. Chance assistant. Yeah, it's chance assistant time. I just heard he was supposed to arrive today and he didn't. We know all of this. We've been through it a few times at this point. There's no need. When Aki says you need to talk, pick. Okay. So we're just gonna wait here. That's easier. Oh, lovely. Okay. And then we send Aaron to sleep. to sleep. Good night. This can't go. Yeah, I know, right? I'm not ready for what the fuck is gonna happen in this one. Like, I don't think I ever actually got the true ending. Yeah, like, I hope that maybe we'll, like, get in on some chance details and maybe she'll, like, slip up and tell us something. I don't know. That would be really interesting, I think, but...
Morning, Cont. How are you?
Not great. We're just kind of gonna go around to...
Con guy!
Do the usual. So yeah, and yeah, you have guessed right, Sony. The thing that we're gonna do different this time around is that we're gonna say okay to Chance being our assistant. So that'll be interesting. Let's go see Chu. Oh my god, I hate.
You know
that last ending, I'm still kind of reeling about it. I can't. The group hug ruined it, I think. That was what like really just destroyed me entirely. Now I'm just like screaming on the inside. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Hi.
Oh, Con guy, have you heard? It's terrible!
Someone died last night at a pet. Okay.
Sean says the police are calling it an accident, but I'm worried. What if there's a murderer running around campus?
That's kind of an extreme outlook. The chances of that are pretty slim, you know. Haha, Chance.
That's true.
Haha, Chance.
Besides, if there is one, I know you'll catch him.
What?
You were amazing at the coffee shop last week. I can't believe you managed to figure out the murderer so quickly. You're like a genius detective or something.
I think I'm more something than genius.
Hey, I have an idea. I could be your assistant.
My what?
Every detective needs an assistant, right? It'll be perfect. I mean, we've already solved one case together.
I'm not sure I agree with your definition of together.
We could go around and solve all kinds of mysteries. It'll be fun.
I'm not sure I agree with your definition of fun either.
See, we already have the witty banter part down.
I don't know why she's so interested in me, but it's making me feel uncomfortable. And now she's trying to participate in the investigation. I don't want to share any information with her, but at the same time, keeping her close might be a good idea. Sure! I guess having extra help couldn't hurt.
Yay! We're going to have so much fun!
I'm already regretting my decision. There's nothing fun about someone dying, accident or not.
Just trying to lighten the mood. You really are a sourpuss.
Okay, so I'm not going to point a finger at the first person you mentioned, you know, but as my assistant, don't you think you should tell me what you think?
Well, if that's the case, I guess I'm most suspicious of Kizaki.
I don't want to be on team with this girl. I'm not.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
Yeah, like, there's gonna be a lot of different things, like...
And that's as far as...
Yeah, okay. I may have possibly picked something up. I'm sorry. I'm a bad boy. Okay. Sorry, we're just trying to get to the interesting stuff. We've already talked about all this stuff.
Don't wander off.
Time to wander. Bye. Okay. Oh right, we need printer. Printer. Thank you. Okay, alibis.
You know where to find me.
Alibis. Well, I mean, it's not gonna change a lot here. This is like at the first investigation. I mean, there's not much going on here, so.
Hey, are you
So it kind of makes sense that like not a lot of stuff is changing here because we're just asking everyone the good old questions. But I feel
Later.
I feel like the part after that is when it's gonna get really interesting.
See you.
like, I'm kind of thinking about what's gonna happen, you know? And I don't know. I don't know. Let's ask Sean.
Morning, con guy.
So about this.
Feel free to come by anytime.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll talk to Naoki on the way out. Let's talk to Chance. So, where were you? Just tell me you're here.
Fine, suspect your own assistant. If you must know, I was at work. I don't have to be on campus until noon, but I wanted to bring Sean lunch. So I guess I arrived here a little after 11 o'clock?
Did anyone else see you before then?
I don't know, maybe?
And this, we know this is a lie.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
Like, we know that this is a lie. Okay, there's nothing there. Good. Guess I can sabe. That was a mistake, but I guess I can say.
Okay.
See you. Goodbye. We need to report the alibis.
Don't wander off.
And then we go to the student housing and talk to Lee May, as usual. We just ask her about this. That's all.
Okay.
And then I maybe we can go straight to his room and he's awake, but I don't. Okay, yeah, great. Good talk, Aaron. I'm glad you're not a murderer. You're just a peaceful dude who takes pictures.
Cool.
That's nice to know. Yeah, I know. Like, it's because we have a lot, like, for once we have a lot of information that Kangai doesn't. We had that scene at the end of Kansei, and of course we have the hindsight of, like, other endings and stuff that he hasn't experienced. All of a sudden, like, you know, like, we know a ton of shit about him, and he's just like, she makes me uncomfortable. Shrug, you know? It's really interesting how much we know that he doesn't. Wanted to check on Aaron. Back door is locked too, obviously. I eyed the security pad. Would be nice to know the code. Chance works in the lab, right? She must know! Oh, I'm not too thrilled about playing into her detective and assistant fantasy, but it looks like this might work in my favor. I strolled to the main building, trying hard to look casual as I do. Thankfully, most prying eyes are focused on the bright yellow police tape of the bell tower nearby. Ah, morbid curiosity, you never fail. I make my way through the lounge quickly, trying hard not to make eye contact with Sean or Naoki. If at all possible, I'd rather not let anyone know what I'm doing.
Hey, partner. How's it going?
It's already changing. I kinda need your help with something.
I knew it! We're going to solve a mystery!
Don't get so excited. I just need you to unlock the lab for me.
Ooh, what are you looking for?
I'm kind of on short time right now. Let's get going.
No!
No?
We're supposed to be partners. You tell me what you're looking for.
Chance, we don't have time.
You're right, so you'd better hurry up and tell me. Or you could just leave now, and I can tell Jupiter you tried to sneak into the lab while she was gone.
Fine, I promise I'll tell you after I get it.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Right, let's go. Chance and I hurry to the lab and she punches in a long string of numbers into the security pad.
I expect you'll hold to our bargain. Otherwise...
I get it. I dug into the hallway before Chance can threaten me anymore. Okay. And now we do the usual. Call customer service. Okay. Well... Well, should we talk to Chance first? Oh, that's the wrong building. I am totally losing it. Okay, let's talk to Chance first and hold.
Hello, Mr. Detective.
You seem tearful.
Naturally. Tell me what sort of secret thing you discovered in the lab.
I sigh.
You don't have to, but...
Yeah, I know.
So spill it already.
I found a message from Dr. Johansson telling someone they're going to be expelled.
Ooh, who is it?
I don't know yet.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay, that's all for now.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
Okay. We held our promise, so you better trust us. Let's just have. Okay. We found this note cute in the printer, but I'm not sure what all these numbers are.
Let me see.
Hand the sheets of paper to Aki, and she flips between them quickly.
It's an access log, a list of who logs into the computer and when. But all these time codes have the same ID number.
The first page is a student suspension notice. The ID must match the intended recipient.
I don't suppose you have any idea who this was meant for.
Sadly, I have not taken it upon myself to seek out everyone's student
It's
ID
probably
number.
private information anyway.
Okay, so let's just go on a limb and ask Gursky to look into it.
Sure, if you want to do it the boring way.
If by boring you mean legal, then yes. So we really are. Shut up, Sony. Shut up. She shrugs and hands the papers back to me.
It's probably the fastest way anyway. Go ahead and talk to him.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we go to the bell tower, talk to Gurs. I found this cute little printer, and... well, it looks like it might provide a motive. Dr. Johansson was planning to expel one of his students. Problem is, he doesn't mention the student by name. There's a printout and a bunch of access times with a single ID listed, though. Aki said you might be able to help. Do you think you could convince the school office to look it up for you? I doubt it, but okay, this is just saying. See ya.
Don't wander off.
Can we, like, go and then go back and ask who it was? Hell yeah! And we know it's Nathan, so now we need to go talk to Nathan. This is all the same. And now we need to go talk to Aaron. I feel like we're just getting, like, thrown around, honestly. Like, we're just getting yeeted from place to place. And... okay. Well, let's just keep going, I guess.
You know where to find me.
Oh, maybe we need to go talk to Sean? I think we need to go talk to... no!
Feel free to come by anytime.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me know if I can help more.
Now I'm getting a little stuck. That's the only like big downside to like skipping through all this stuff is like it gets confusing who you need to talk to and stuff.
Don't wander off.
Okay, this is not it. Oh wait. It's Aki, right?
You look determined.
Yes. Okay. Then we okay.
That leaves Sean and Chance. Which one do you want?
Okay.
Well, I just told Lee May to talk to Aaron.
Okay.
That leaves Sean and Chance. Which one do you want?
Yeah, and here we picked Sean in the first one, so I suppose I should take responsibility for my assistant. And again, it makes logical sense. Like last time, he was kind of wary of Chance, so he was like, okay, I'll just take Sean. I'll just take Sean. But in this case, we have paired up with her, so we're like, okay, if anyone should be going and seeing Chance, it should probably be us.
You're what?
Chance. Long story, don't ask.
That's fine. You take Chance and we'll talk to Sean.
Meet up at the fountain afterwards?
Sure. The Twins and I enter the building and part ways at the entrance. I quickly make my way to the cafeteria.
Hey, partner!
I don't like this. Do you really have to call me that?
We are partners, aren't we?
I kind of regret agreeing to this.
You look pretty worn out.
Well, I thought I had a lead, but it wound up being nothing.
Would you like a coffee? I can get something for you from the cafeteria.
No. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. No.
Great. Hang on a sec. I'll be right back.
No, I don't want. No. Chance scurries off, leaving me alone with my thoughts and a group of college kids playing a board game about colonizing space. Okay. I pace back and forth, trying hard not to eavesdrop on the space colonials. Apparently they're trading supplies with aliens now.
Kongai.
Nimei approaches swiftly. She looks serious. Then again, when does she not? What's up?
We have found something.
We? You mean you and Aaron? Li Mei nods slowly, and she's wary of Chance, isn't she?
He showed me his photos. He said it would help him calm down.
The Chancening, yeah. And?
Here.
Li Mei hands me a printout of one of the photos Aaron took yesterday. The bike! It features Naoki and I mid-sentence acting as a convenient frame for the bell tower. Whoa! A sleek blue bike is propped up against the brick wall of the bell tower. I don't remember seeing that when we found the body. Someone was there yesterday morning, right in the middle of our time window. Li Mei nods. That's one of the campus bikes, isn't it?
Sean could tell you for sure.
Chance pops up over my shoulder and smiles.
Is that a clue?
Maybe, I don't know. I try to hide the photo from her, but she's already seen enough.
Let me see it! It's not fair to keep your assistant in the dark like that.
Li Mei flinches slightly, but she makes no comment.
If it's one of the campus bikes, Sean will know for sure. His family donated them after all. Let's go talk to him.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Like
See? I told you having me around would be useful.
Like I'm with Li Mei on this one. With a smug smile, Chance holds out a paper coffee cup to me.
Coffee and crime solving. I do it all.
I wouldn't drink it if I were you. Okay. Li Mei frowns and lifts the coffee from Chance's hands before I can take it.
Case first, drink later.
Thank God. Chance giggles. That's gotta be poisoned.
Okay. You don't have to be so bossy about it. Let's go find Sean.
Chance marches purposefully towards the student lounge, and I follow closely behind. As we leave, I take a quick glance over my shoulder. Li Mei is calmly pouring the coffee into the garbage can. Sean greets Chance with a light kiss on the cheek.
Hey, you two. Getting along, I hope.
Of course. We just had something to ask you.
Seems like I'm in high demand. Haru and Kazaki were just here.
Well, we probably have something different to ask. I hand Sean the photo. That's one of the bikes your family donated to the campus, right? Is there any way to figure out who was using it? Sean runs his fingers through his hair nervously.
Not really. Sorry, dude.
Are you sure there's nothing you can do to help? Even just a little hint is fine.
Sean shifts his weight uncomfortably and tries not to look Chance in the eye.
Are you sure? I mean...
Oh, they've been in like cahoots from the beginning, haven't they?
Trust me, it's fine.
Well, it's kind of hard to tell, but I don't think this bike is one of ours. Not anymore, at least.
Not anymore?
The bikes at this school undergo a lot of abuse, so my family donates new bikes every few years. The old ones are sold to students at a heavily discounted rate.
And this was one of the older bikes?
Yes. This looks like it came from a fleet we retired 5 years ago. Whoever owns this must have bought it back then.
But...
What's wrong?
I know who killed Dr. Yeah, we know all
You
this.
do?
Sean coughs uncomfortably. Whoever left the bike there must have been in the tower at that time, which means whoever owns the bike is probably the killer. Nathan did it.
Nathan? Are you sure?
He's the only one who's been at this school long enough. The only person who was around to buy a bike 5 years ago is him.
Well, I guess that makes sense. But why would he do it?
We'll ask him when we confront him about it.
Then let's get going.
Yeah, like, I'm scared for- wait, both of us?
Of course! The detective can't just leave the assistant behind when confronting the culprit.
I swear to God, I'm so scared for her life right now. But then again, this is the true ending, so maybe we have plot armor.
Besides, you don't even know where Nathan is right now.
That being said, that doesn't mean anyone else around us has plot armor. I bite my lip to hold back an unpleasant exclamation. She's right. Fine, where is he?
At the lab. He always goes there to sleep after he teaches his class. He leaves the building locked, so you'll need me to open the door for you.
Okay, let's just go. Chance pumps her fist into the air and cheers.
Yay! This is going to be fun!
No, it's not! I stride across the campus, trying hard to ignore Chance chipper giggling. I pull my phone from my pocket and select Gursky's name from my contact list.
Ooh, who are you calling?
No one, just sending a text to the police officer. It's kind of a good idea to alert the police, don't you think? Chance tries to peek over my shoulder, but I pull away from her. I dash a few paces away from her and hurriedly type out, "It's Nathan going to lab now." Chance is watching me closely, and I suddenly feel very uneasy. I sent the text and shoved the phone back into my pocket before Chance can do anything else. So I'll just keep going. We're so dead. Chance types in the code to the lab and opens the door for me. Listen, I told that detective to meet us here. Could you stay here to let him in?
Sure thing, partner.
Chance offers a cheerful salute. Right, I'm heading upstairs then. I tread up the stairs slowly, trying not to make any sound. I think I can hear someone moving around upstairs, but it might just be my imagination. I open the door to the sleep study room and peer in. Nathan? The door slams against my head, which in turn slams against the wall. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Nathan leaps out from behind the door, brandishing his light sword at me. I duck his first swing and grab for him, but he lightly steps out of my reach.
How did you figure it out?
He snarls at me, keeping me at a sword's length away from him. The bike.
What about it?
You were in a hurry to meet Dr. Johansson, so you used your bike to get there. Aaron snapped a picture of it. He scowls and takes a few hurried steps down into the hallway. What happened, Nathan? It was an accident, right? Nathan sneers.
I pushed him. Just wanted to give him a little incentive, but he hit his head on the wall.
Oh, so the bell was... I see. And what? Did that knock him out? Nathan looks sullen.
I didn't expect him to be so delicate.
But why destroy his body?
Because he was still alive, and he wouldn't listen to reason. Sorta like you.
With a sudden burst of speed, Nathan turns and races down the hallway. Chance, Gursky! I dash after, hoping someone else is around. Nathan bursts out of the lab's back door and turns on me immediately. He swings wildly, but I duck his misplaced punch. The door behind me slams shut and he punches a button on the number pad. On the other side of the door, I hear a resounding thud followed by a frantic pounding.
Kongai, what's going on?
What do you do?
Don't blame me. It's not my fault the sensors don't work.
He smirks.
Nah, I'm being too modest. It really is my fault.
I grab Nathan and push him against the door. Open it! He rolls his eyes.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do that.
I can hear Detective Gursky and Chance conferring hurriedly.
What is he talking about?
The doors are always locked, but the sensors inside are supposed to unlock them anytime someone wants to leave.
Okay, I yell over Nathan's shoulder. I don't suppose you can turn them back on?
I think the computer in the lab controls it?
Then let's get going.
The voices on the other side of the door fade quickly.
Nice call. Too bad I'll be gone by then.
With a sudden heave, Nathan twists from my grip. He offers me a mocking salute before turning and racing down the alleyway towards the street. I chase after him, but he quickly outpaces me.
That's more than enough, don't you think?
Ayy! Aki strolls around the building, hands resting casually in her pockets. Nathan skids to a halt.
Let me go.
Oh, you know I can't do that.
Oh. Nathan draws his sword and smashes the end against the wall. The glass shatters, leaving a pointed glass blade. Oh god, not again. He levels the fractured sword at Aki, but now we have Aki here, so...
I will kill you.
No, you won't.
Oh, damn! I love this picture, it's so good. Naoki appears from the street, placing himself squarely between Nathan and Aki. Nathan glares at him.
What are you gonna do about it?
He rushes Naoki and thrusts his sword at his neck. Naoki calmly sidesteps his attack, catches Nathan's sword arm in his hand, and spins him around. Nathan stumbles toward Aki. She skips back a few paces, hand still in her pocket.
Why did you kill Dr. Johansson?
Nathan steadies himself and aims his sword at her again.
He was gonna destroy all his research! Houghton's death spooked him, and he decided to back out like a coward!
Oh, damn. Okay. Interesting.
That's why he came back. He wanted to get rid of it all.
With a ferocious growl, he dashes towards her, sword at the ready. She ducks his thrust and his sword finds nothing but empty air.
Is that all?
Oh, look at the smug! Oh, she's so smug. She kicks his legs and he trips over her. He rolls to the ground and springs back to his feet.
Of course not. But a kid like you wouldn't understand.
Maybe. Maybe not. Try me.
Aki jogs backwards and leaps lightly behind Naoki.
You're a smart guy, Nathan. You know the concept of fight or flight?
Of course I do!
Nathan practically spits the words at her. Aki beams at him as if he just offered her some freshly baked cookies.
Which one are you, Nathan? Fight or flight?
Oh shit. I love this. She cocks her head to the side.
What do you think, Naoki?
I don't know, Aki. He was trying to run away when we found him.
They're trying to aggravate him on purpose, aren't they? Naoki's voice is steady, almost teasing.
Good point, Naoki. So why isn't he running now?
Aki nods at the path behind Nathan leading directly to the street. Nathan doesn't even bother to turn.
I think it's because we challenged him, Aki.
I love them.
Oh, Naoki, he can't stand the idea of losing.
They're so smug.
Shut up, both of you!
I love them.
No.
Nathan tightens the grip on his sword and his eyes dart back and forth as if he can't pick which one he wants to impale first. With a wild scream, Nathan raises his sword and charges towards them. The twins exchange a brief glance and Aki nods approvingly at Naoki. Oh shit. Naoki darts forward and wraps his fingers around Nathan's wrist. With a quick, decisive twist, he wrists the sword from Nathan's hand and tosses it to Aki. Nathan retaliates with a punch, but Naoki pushes his fist aside with a practiced swipe. Oh shit. I mean, it makes sense that they're used to fighting, all things considered. With a well-placed kick from Naoki, Nathan doubles over and falls to his knees.
It's not fair!
He screams at Naoki, his voice laced with hatred. The door behind me bursts open, looks like Chance fixed it. Detective Gursky races past me, pulls Nathan to his feet, and snaps a pair of handcuffs onto him before he can protest. Nathan doesn't even bother to fight back. His eyes show a mixture of defeat and rage.
Good of you to join us.
Aki smirks. Gursky rolls his eyes, but I can tell he's smiling.
You really should have run when you had the chance, Nathan.
Aki crosses her arms and leans casually against the wall.
Then you could have had at least 10 more seconds of freedom before we caught you.
Man, she's smug.
It's not fair!
Nathan screams viciously. His face has lost all trace of compassion. It's almost as if something broke inside him.
Yes, I think you mentioned that already. Care to elaborate?
Johansson picked that woman over me.
Jupiter?
I should have been in charge. I'm the oldest. I'm the smartest.
Was it over Jupiter after all? Huh.
And then she has the gall to choose David as second in command? He never takes anything seriously!
Nathan's getting more and more worked up by the minute. Like, this is really interesting.
Aaron came from that second-rate school, and they welcomed him without a thought. I'm better than all of them, but they treat me like a joke.
You killed him because you wanted a higher position at school? Nathan laughs derisively. Yeah, like, that's interesting. I actually... Well, maybe it's because she... For lack of a better word, maybe it's because she didn't have the chance to kill him?
Not school, you half-grown freak. Dragon's blood.
What? Detective Gursky's eyes suddenly darken.
What did you say?
Nathan glares at us.
The dragon's blood is wasted on you. All of you! She was the only one who recognized I deserved more. She said if I saved Johansson's work, I could have it.
This must be Chance. A sudden knot forms in my stomach and I turn back to the lab. Chance is nowhere to be seen. I race to the door and wave my card over the reader. As soon as I hear the beep, I yank at the handle and race into the lab.
Where are you going?
I yell over my shoulder at the closing door. It's Chance! She's the one who set it up! I speed down the hallway and skid to a halt as Chance steps out from the main lab. She leans casually against the door and nods mockingly. She looks like she's been expecting me.
That took longer than I thought. Maybe I overestimated you.
Sorry to disappoint you.
You should be. Do you have any idea what a bore it is to babysit you?
Who are you?
You know, I wanted to kill you from the start. I probably would have if you had gotten too close.
But?
Apparently you're important, so now I have to keep you alive. Nathan would have gutted you if I gave him a chance.
Oh yeah, and he did! You can be arrested for conspiracy, you know.
If you can catch me. And if you're wondering about your friends, they can't get in. Their cards have expired already. There may have been a little typo in the database when Sean issued them.
Oh, holy shit. She planned it. What is dragon's blood?
It's your blood, darling. Although I suppose yours would technically be tiger's blood.
Why does Nathan want it?
All these questions! I think you already know the answer, but you're just too afraid to say it. After all, you gave it to your sister all those years ago. It must have been quite a shock for her to wake up with a new ability like that.
Oh god, oh god. Wait. Did Kangai donate blood to his sister? And that's why she started being able to realize when people were lying? Or wait, did he give her an organ? Like, he must have... He must have transferred something from his own body to hers, and then the dragon blood passed on to her.
Oh, but you can't blame yourself for everything that happened after that. That was her choice.
Chance flicks a crumpled sheet of paper at me, and it bounces along the ground harmlessly.
Until next time.
Yeah, like, it's like the transfusion must have been between Kangai and his sister. Oh my god. Chance turns and strides toward the front door. Wait! I race forward and grab her wrist.
Don't touch me.
Her eyes darken, and a sudden searing pain races from my fingertips and through my body. I let out a scream as my mind clouds over with pain. I stumble back and collapse on the ground. My body convulses as I attempt to regain control of my muscles. There's Sean! All I can do is watch as Chance stroll away from me as I lie helpless on the ground. A car pulls up and she opens the door. Sean is sitting in the driver's seat. He glances at me with an air of cool disinterest. Chance steps into the car and slams the door shut, leaving me to watch them disappear down the street. Yay! Woohoo! Woo! Yay! And then she and Sean took off. I think, okay, so this is just a theory, but I think I'm pretty no, this is the true ending. But I think that Chance has some form of kansei that lets her manipulate people's minds, and I think it might be like that she's like manipulating his brain into thinking that he's in pain. So he's like, you know, I don't know. And then she and Sean took off. I rub my head slowly, but the pounding headache from Chance isn't going away.
No idea where they went?
I barely had any idea where I was. Whatever she did really hurt.
Please, try to relax.
What do you think I'm doing? I try not to snap at Naoki, but I still feel miserable. Limei knowingly places her hand on mine and smiles reassuringly.
You did well.
She's right. We lost Chance and Sean, but at least we caught the killer.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. How did you two even know where to find me?
Limei.
She came to us after you and Chance went off together.
If not for her, Nathan would be long gone by now.
I find it hard to believe Nathan would do that. Did he really hate me that much?
Jupiter sighs and shakes her head.
If I had just known. Maybe if I had chosen him instead of David.
You can't blame yourself for his decisions.
At least we have a lead to follow now.
Yeah.
That's right. We still didn't manage to collect Johansson's old research.
Oh, I can help you with that.
Really?
Jupiter walks to the computer and types in a few lines.
What did you need?
Nathan said something about dragon's blood. Do you know what that is? Jupiter nods and her fingers fly across the keyboard. So we get this.
As far as I know, Dr. Johansson didn't get much further than a few odd notes, but they might be useful.
Are you sure you can give this to us? Aren't they classified or something?
In Dr. Johansson's absence, I'm qualified to give the government anything I deem pertinent. That includes this.
Jupiter holds out a USB drive to Aki, but Detective Gursky snatches it from her.
Technically, I'm the only government employee here.
Oh, Miko, that's me.
And they don't find out about the oh god.
You'd be required to turn it in to me anyway. I'm just saving you the trouble.
You're an enemy of fun, you know that?
Fun police!
Call it what you want.
Gursky pockets the drive before Aki can protest anymore.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know.
I do have one strange request.
Ask.
Your rabbit, the one Limei caught the other night, can we have it? Oh!
I suppose it would do no harm. We're likely to be disbanded and sent to work with other people now.
The rabbit!
Why do you want it?
I guess everything that happened these past few days got me thinking. And I figure if I can extend a life even for a little bit, then that's a good thing. Oh, the rabbit. Jupiter sighs.
Noble indeed, but it's not always that simple.
Maybe not, but this time it is. Jupiter unlocks the cage and lifts the rabbit out. Limei accepts it with open arms.
Thank you.
We gave her a rabbit!
Alright, kids, I'm glad we all had great fun, but it's time to go home.
Well, there's still one more thing.
Oh?
I hold up the crumpled paper that Chance tossed at
A
me.
flyer for a resort? Don't tell me you need a break from this relaxing job, Cont.
Cute, but no. Have a closer look. Naoki leans forward and reads the flyer's cheery message.
Come to Yamazaki Ryokan, famous for its hauntings.
That sounds great and like a setup for the next game.
You're kidding.
You know this place, Miko?
No, but Kongai does.
It's the place where we solved our first case.
So this is an invitation?
Yep. It is, and I'm going to accept it. Aki grins and pats me on the back.
Alright then, next stop, Yamazaki Ryokan.
Da-da-da-da! That was it. That was all the endings. So as you can see, they kind of like collected all of the info from the other endings into this one. That is from the first ending we got let me just think about it. Like we got oh yeah, from the first ending we got the information about Chance being evil. From the second ending we got the information about like Nathan and Dragon's Blood, and from the third ending we got the information about that research and the no, not the inn was also the other, but so like all the information we got from the three endings is like collected into the true ending, and I think that is really cool, and I think that the progression is pretty natural. The general gist of the endings is that basically to get the true ending you need to keep your relationships with the twins and Gursky basically more or less equal. You can't be too close with the twins and you can't be too close with Gursky. Yeah, okay, yeah. So the Lee Mei thing we didn't learn about, but I do think that Gursky knows about her. Though I don't know to what extent. And then of course, yeah, we are going to have to wait for the continuation with Shinsei. So that's interesting. Oh, there's an epilogue. Let's read the epilogue.
Speak.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Yes. Oh shit. I think I know who this is, but we're just gonna.
I got all Johansson's research. Happy?
Why, Detective Gursky, I'm afraid I don't understand your animosity.
I think I know who this is.
You set me up. You sent those kids in because you knew I'd follow. You knew I wouldn't let them see it.
I gave them an assignment. I can hardly be blamed for your actions or your pitifully soft heart.
Your games can't last forever. They received an invitation to Yamazaki.
So, the dragon finally makes his move. Sooner than I had expected.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Schultz. I don't know for sure, but...
What are you going to do about it?
Let it play out, of course. I think it's time for the tiger and the dragon to meet.
Who? Who is the dragon? Oh. Okay. Let's see. In the past, the word Yousei referred to a creature that could raise the dead. The modern meaning refers to fairies, which naturally has given rise to a series of fairy-themed fan art and official art seen to the left. It makes me happy when the sake community can have fun together, and to that end I would like to say thank you. Thanks to our artist Beatrice and composer Mark for helping to build the world. Thanks to all the actors, new and returning. Thanks to all the beta testers, and thanks to you, the reader, for joining us on our journey. I hope to see you soon again. That makes sense. But yeah, I wonder who the dragon is. Do you think he's around the same age as us? Is it Sean? I don't think it's Sean. That's a joke. We already met Sean, so that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, you can follow the development of the fourth game, Shinsei, on their Twitter page. Conversely, they also have like an email service you can subscribe to. I think you do it on their website, sakavisual.com. So if you're interested in like getting updates, like I know some people aren't. They kind of like want to be surprised and stuff. But if you're interested, I don't know if Shinsei is gonna be the last one. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that it's the next one, but I don't know if it's gonna be the last one. But if you're interested in that, they have their Twitter, page, which is I think also just Sake Visual. I can just double check for you. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's at Sake Visual. And you can also sign up on their website, I'm pretty sure. Or somewhere you can sign up for like updates about their games. Like also other games they make that aren't the Kansei series. But yes, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed revisiting these games. I truly think I remembered why I love these games so much and why, and they were like a big part of my, for lack of a better word, youth. So yeah. And I don't know if I'll play it, like, I don't know if I'll stream any other games in the meantime. I might, if there are some good suggestions from everyone, but if not, then I will definitely see you again for Shinsei, and I hope you'll join me for that. And I'm so happy for all of my friends that came here to view it and talk with me in chat. It's very enjoyable. And I'll see you guys some other time. Goodbye!